fire things off in various places so people know. Eventually they'll load. Oh well. That's a problem for someone else. Hello everyone. I'm AD Swinger, also known as Corbidian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we will be continuing our play of the TTRPG Triangle Agency, a game about stabilizing reality, acting with urgency, and acting with the utmost competency despite the reality we all face. Triangle Agency is a game that has a meta-narrative, meaning that after this introduction, I shall be doing my utmost to roleplay being a good general manager of the Triangle Agency. Information is scarce, and our players are only permitted, openly, to know parts of the book, whereas I may or may not know more. There is an out-of-character section in our Discord that you can prompt me with, and however, for the duration of session, I will be striving to make sure they achieve their goals, my goals, and ultimately, have some fun. Hello, and welcome to the Triangle Agency St. Anne branch. Today, we'll be performing a live auditing system so we can evaluate the effectiveness and growth of our general managers and field agents. Any feedback you have, please submit in the Agency OS comment system or live feed chat. If you wish to learn more about working at the Triangle Agency, we are using the TTRPG interface that you can purchase a field manual for to learn for yourself the joys of being a field agent or become a general manager yourself. We look to the branch office in the St. Anne branch in the Beauty Bureau at address C6. And we go to my personal office, as I'm the Assistant Director and General Manager. And I'm meeting with one Mr. Pickles. Now, Mr. Pickles, I have been informed that your anomaly is of absence, correct?
Yes.
And what exactly can you do with your anomaly?
I can be where I'm not expected to be, and I can see what I'm not expected to see.
And it says here in your reality that you are a creature, which I'm glad our paperwork is accurate. Is there any accessibility adjustments that you have found we need to do here at the branches, or are you perfectly fine with our setup currently?
Well, I do find the current height of the card readers rather an issue.
Yes. There is a about ankle height one. You can touch. It's hidden so people don't accidentally kick it with their foot. But if you touch near the rider bar, it will flip out, and you should be able to use your own. You don't have to climb all the way up to the one that's further up.
Very good.
And I see that you are part of our CEO in training program. It is always good to see more executives going down the pipeline. I'm glad we got to get one of you here in the St. Anne branch. And on your paperwork, do you have any sort of marking of authenticity?
Do you mean the deep purple commendation?
Yes. Good. We always have to check these things just to make sure the paperwork is where it's supposed to go. There's your commendation. You already got a couple for your preamble work. So, the only thing left for us to resolve is what you were up to during the... Hello, you're on my table. Just mind the coffee cup there. It's kind of hot still. I mean, if you want to lick at it, go for it, but, don't step in it. Otherwise, that's probably going to hurt a little.
I'll just knock it off your desk.
As you knock it off, you notice that it slides off and then it vanishes into the floor. And I just kind of look over and sigh, and I'll get the janitor to get me another one.
I curl up on your keyboard.
All right. So you put in some mandatory overtime, which is always a go-getter attitude. I appreciate that. So, since you're in the CEO and training program, I imagine they already gave you a read of the various things you can do. So the first thing that, for the auditing group out there, and also for future trainees, there were 4 things you could have done. They're not the only things. There are other things that I could assign or you might resolve to do on your own. That make up for not assisting in a mission at hand, and that happens sometimes. As long as you get the work done, the agency is happy. So the first possibility, which really isn't needed, as you well know, but just for the sake of completeness, one of them is to clean up any loose ends that may have been lingering. Which there wasn't any. It was all taken care of in the first mission, as you saw from the records before. You could have worked on the development of a new requisition of a previously captured anomaly. So you may have worked on some of... there's nothing really for you to have worked on quite yet, because this is the first anomaly that your particular field agent group has dealt with. The Cuddly Poo, as it's been codenamed. There is some paperwork you could have done, which allows you to, for everyone in the field agent group under me, to receive some commendations. And lastly, you could have engaged in some community management to help boost the connection of the relationship of each agent by one. So I wonder what you were up to during the first mission.
Let's do community management.
Community management. All right. So that means, Mr. Pickles, you were able to... You can boost the connection of one of your relationships. Which relationship did you boost for yourself?
Let's see. Work-life balance. I will boost Sharon.
Sharon Ritter? Mm-hmm. She's your primary food giver, yes?
Yes. I am apparently her fur baby.
Well, I mean, at least it's adorable name as opposed to Little Hellion or any other such derogatory. Even a fun derogatory, but everyone has their own taste. I'm glad that you're able to connect with your own personal human and get some you time in. Work-life balance is important in the Triangle Agency, and especially so in the St. Anne branch. We're a very tight-knit community here, after all. Now, did you... Actually, we might as well call her in. So, you do not want to touch that door, Mr. Pickles. If you do,
I'm just sniffing around it.
Yeah. You will notice that the smell of it is quite sharp. And I urgently advise you to move away from the vault unless you're putting in a anomaly. Unless you're putting yourself in, at which point, thank you for your service.
So I'll turn around and stretch out and sharpen my claws in the back of your chair.
Hey, R&D has a
Born
new
to be CEO.
We slide over to an absent Robin Clark, who is not in the office today, apparently off on mandatory overtime. Something about holidays. Sadie Johnson. You're in... Before you came back in the office, you do have a slight problem that HR would have brought up with you. And, well, the problem is, see, I initially thought that mission superlatives were awarded after your second assignment. I've since been informed that by the Triangle Agency head office that it is incorrect. It happens at the end. You always get a mission superlative assigned at the end of each mission. So that means, as you were the one with the most demerits, you are currently under probation. Which means you've been assigned a red flag of disrepute. Boop. And it can be in the design of a hairpin, a little clip tie, a lapel loop, but it has to be very present because everyone needs to know that you're on probation and are in requirement of serious improvement in your competency here in the Triangle Agency. Which one did you?
Wear it as a pocket protector.
Good, nice and visible, hard to miss. People will know your shame. It's important that this is something you embrace so you can get better.
I believe you also get to check a box on your anomaly track without checking off any other boxes.
Mm-hmm. So in your work-life balance, you will increase your anomaly to 1.
Very well.
Which gives you access to a playwall document.
What are you talking about? She just
Never mind.
worked on her anomaly a little bit better to improve her job. And besides, she's in trouble. She needs to understand that what she did is wrong, so that way, in her next mission, she can do better and not... because, I mean, if you get enough... I mean, being on probation, everyone gets a probation at least once. It happens. I mean, I didn't. But, you know, different track. But, you know, everyone gets into it. And, you know, as long as you get better at the end and stop screwing up, then you can be a respected member here at the agency. Which, you know, you're new. You know, it happens. So, but the other thing is, the good thing is, that does not mean that you lose your work-life balance. There is something you did before coming back into work, because you had the last week or so to kind of do other things, you know, figure out what's in your life is more important to you to work on than other things. But I'll get that sorted out. There's some paperwork I need to get sorted. But in general, what is your workday like the last week? Like in general?
Primarily reading up about different types of anomaly and what is known about them so that I can try to do some R&D about new ways of dealing with them. Because, of course, I need to know what has already been done so that I don't repeat previous actions.
So you believe that they ran into something similar to Cuddly Poo, or you're just trying to see what's happened before? All right. So, okay, so I'm noting that in your file. There we go. Oh, actually, one thing I need to know, that's the bit that I was forgetting on your paperwork. You did work on being better with your anomaly, so you do note which anomaly you practiced as part of your probation.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I'm not sure I heard it properly.
Which anomaly did you practice on during your probation?
Oh, probably what's over there.
What's over there? There we go. Oh, I had it open. So we're gonna note that as practiced. For your file, so we know that you're trying to get better. You're trying to improve. Whoops. Oh, it's on your sheet. You have it at the bottom there. If you'll just fill that out for me, that'd be swell. That'd be great of you. But you know, don't practice too much, okay? It's really not good for you to do that. Honestly, I won't go into it. It's not something you need to worry about too much. But I just wanted to let you know that it's important that you focus on your competency more than anything, or even your relationships. That's a more healthy work balance because we are about stabilizing reality here, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. So, so you have at least one amount of time, and time is precious. Now, thankfully, as part of your probation, you're able to work on your practice a bit. But you could work on, in the last week, you could focus on spending some time on your competency, which if you do that, which basically means you're trying to be better at being a research developer, which it kind of sounds like you were, but maybe that's not what you did. If you did do that last week, you would not only would you would get you would be able to increase the quality assurances, a quality assurance of at least one of your qualities, a quality of your choice. So you get another quality assurance because you trained up. You'd also get 3 commendations for working on your competency. And also, the more you work on your competency, the more you can get promoted. And that usually happens every 3rd time, because once you have to show. Right now, you're just a trainee, so that's why I'm kind of holding your hand a little bit here, because I do want you to succeed here. That said, that's the only thing you can do. You could focus on your reality. I mean, work-life balance does exist. If you do that, you can increase one of your relationships by 1 as you're spending more and more time with that person. And that would... result in them being closer to you and maybe developing a better connection with you. Now, the downs, you could as well work on your... continue to work on your anomaly. Which, it's up to you. Your time is your time when you're not on a mission, as long as it's to the benefit of the Triangle Agency and the St. Anne branch. So yeah. That's the thing. Anything you do with your time between missions, you can only as you see in the documents in the worker Discord, you see the charts there. Those charts have a maximum. The thing is, every time, normally when you spend time like this, anytime you work on one thing, the other two, their maximum gets lowered by one. Because ultimately, there's only so much time we all have in any career here. So keep that in mind. The more, some people focus entirely on their competency and they get to be chair of the Triangle Agency, but that means they don't have a lot of time for their relationships or working on their anomaly. But hey, they're of great benefit to the Triangle Agency. Some people really focus on family or their life, and the agency is more of a job that they do, so they don't really advance very far, but they have a lot of connections and some say an enriched life, which, that is a thing you could do. So what would you have worked on the last? What is? You told us roughly what you were doing, but so that sounds like competency, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'd be working on competency.
Okay. Very good. So you will go to your work-life balance book, and note your competency level is now 2. So you're currently a level 2 trainee. Because everyone's... sorry, I'm wrong. I'm incorrect. I'm glad the agency OS caught me there. I love this thing. It saves me so much work. So you're trainee level 0. You've now become a trainee level 1. You've actually worked on doing your job. Which, hey, you know what? You'd be surprised how many people don't even... They just think they know how to do it from day one. But we're all learning here. Meaning, you... what quality assurance are you increasing?
Let's go with persistence.
Persistence, very good. Also, you spent some time with the help of Mr. Pickles. You spent some time with Liz Scrivener.
Yeah.
And what did you do together? I mean, you're grad school classmates, right? So, did you go out? Did you eat something?
Probably went out to grab a drink together.
It's probably in the beauty bureau, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Whereabouts would you have had your little sit down, if you will?
Square in restaurants, probably.
Ah, B3. I love going there. All kinds of little snacks. Oh, Mr. Pickles went. No, you did not go, Mr. Pickles. Not yet, anyway. You might go there. Who knows? Liz Scrivener. That's not what I was going for. The OS is perfectly functional and in no way is sometimes a thing. So, Liz Scrivener. I believe she says something about asking about what your job was like and, how is it working at the St. Anne Municipal Office? Working for the Triangle Agency. The people who helped, unite the province.
I will talk a lot about in general terms about R&D type work. So not so much disclosing details of the nature of what we're doing, but more it's a lot of trying new things, that sort of thing.
Are they nearly as interesting as they sound to be? I mean, I hear there's all kinds of great jobs there. But I couldn't get in. I don't know if I'll apply to them. They seem really competitive, she would say.
It's fairly competitive, but I think you could probably get in if you wanted to. But it's not for everyone doing that sort of thing.
Oh. And where did you two go out to eat again?
We went out for drinks.
Drinks, my
and
mistake.
It would have been just at a local pub.
Oh, so you drink rather heavily, do you? Or is that more of a
No.
Liz thing? Or, oh, you're saying it's more fun drinks then?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Now, given your interaction with her and how the night went, you would learn, and we always encourage you to learn this about your connections, because we find in the agency that it is important to make sure everything works together in connection with each other. So that is to say, not to be too... I mean, you're R&D, you understand the utilitarianism of every relationship and interaction we have. There is at least one bonus you're able to discern from your connection with Liz. And after that, got kind of chat about your work and not getting into it, and maybe discouraging her that maybe she's not good enough to work here at the Triangle Agency. I actually would suggest that this is something you would do once they're actually part of your network. For now, you're getting a better connection with her. But these are things you're going to want to consider later once your connection's high enough. Then I think you'll really be able to extract precisely what your relationship is with her to the benefit of yourself and the agency. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. And you understand all the handouts I've given to you? I sent you some files. I wanted to make sure you got it all.
Oh, I think I just received those.
Okay, you have a read of those. You'll figure it out. I have confidence in you, Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles, where did you go? There you are. Well, actually, one thing, Mr. Pickles, I wonder. You connected with. Which one was it again? No, that's Robin Clark. That's the wrong person.
Aaron!
Sharon Ritter. So where does Ritter, Miss Ritter, and you live? Do you live here in the Beauty Bureau, or do you live in Port or International?
I'm guessing that like the C1 forested village and small industry, the forested village sounds like a place where you might have a nice yard if you had pets and whatnot.
Oh yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Fences
Yeah,
too, to
that's
make sure
where-
they don't wander off. But yeah.
Right. That's where Sharon, Buddy, and Miss Thumper and I live. In a very nice house with a good spacious yard and some trees and stuff. Sharon gets paid abnormally well for her job, aka my salary gets funneled to her.
That's probably
she works
wise,
for
yeah. A lot of creatures do
A
that.
subsidiary of a subsidiary of a shell company of a shell company of Triangle Agency.
What the? Oh, they changed the OS. That's a choice. Oh, there it is. I understand. Okay. Oh, that should be the... Oh, I'll fix that later. Trispace is the better one to use. I'll fix it later. Mr. Pickle's home. Not that small. Why does it look weird? Shoo. Oh, that's fine. There you go. So, what did... Oh, goodness. I'm okay. So, Ms. Ritter, who currently the OS doesn't have her designated with in the token function, so in the current interface, there's just going to be the standard connection. But we'll fix that up for in the next OS update. Seems our tech division needs to work on that sort of thing a little more carefully. It's very good for our notes. Very clean, very isolated, but yeah. I'm starting to see that they didn't consider that maybe we wanted to see who these people were. But, Mr. Pickles, what did you and Miss Ritter get up to during while you were working on your community management?
Well, Sharon is unaware of my uh, anomaly is the wrong use because I'm not really talking about the anomaly. Sharon is unaware that I'm anything but a cat, a normal everyday house cat. So fundamentally, Sharon and I just spent a lot of time together. I was very lovey-dovey, crawled up on her lap, nuzzled her chin a lot, um, and just spent quality cat and human time together. Sharon is also unaware that Buddy and Miss Thumper and I are all pretty much the same extraordinary animals since we all escaped from a black DRDC site together.
Oh. And she's not privy to any of
DRDC.
this because I don't have her as listed as an employee or anything.
No, she's just a human woman who took the three of us, three strays in, who were oddly kind of roaming around the forested village side or somewhere. We'll say somewhere out, like she was visiting one of the many beautiful hiking and camping spots in the Triangle Cities area, and came across these three stray animals that, oddly enough, seem to be very close friends already. And being an animal lover and having just moved into a new home, she adopted the three of us.
Oh, that's
But
very nice.
she is unaware that all three of us are, kind of like me, except I'm the only one with the anomaly. The rest are just the results of hideous Canadian Defense Department experimentation.
I mean, as long as reality stays stable, I mean, it's to the benefit, I suppose. And, hey, you're helping protect them from... Well, I mean, you're in it for yourself, honestly. Let's be real. But, your hard work is helping support their livelihoods. So you're doing a good thing, I think. And I think Miss Ritter calling you a good kitty is perfectly well-deserved. Aside from you being a good kitty at home. I mean, that's personal business. But, I think you deserve that bit of pat on the head.
Don't forget Handsome Boy.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into an HR thing here. That's more between you and her.
Handsome Boy.
You're a nice cat, and I respect you as an employee, as a coworker, and a subordinate. So we will come back and focus our attentions in my office. Because the two of you are working on an assignment together. Miss Johnson, you get to meet Mr. Pickles. And you can get him off my desk, please.
Hello.
That's all right. I'm quite comfortable where I am.
I see you're wearing your little pin of probation, Miss Johnson. I hope you improve.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So today, it seems that our Miss Clark has used one of her personal days, which is an interesting choice as a trainee, but that doesn't mean that we don't have work to do. And Mr. Pickles has done... you can thank Mr. Pickle here for... Pickles, sorry, it's plural. Mr. Pickles here for arranging for you to have some extra... connection with your reality. I mean, that's what we're all working here for, after all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
Good. So today, this week, we have discovered that we are having a bit of an issue here in the Beauty Borough, of all places. We seem to be having a lot of people... it seems similar to the Port Bureau issue with Cuddly Poo, where a lot of people weren't going to work, except we looked into it. We thought maybe it was like a minor anomaly spin-off or a variant. But the people aren't staying at home. They're not anywhere. They're not at work. They're not at home. They're not with their close connections. And that leaves one possible possibility when it comes to why someone isn't doing things. Anomaly. So, I presume that, now, I did double check to make sure this wasn't happening in the International Bureau or the Port Bureau, like it wasn't an anomaly reaching out through the area or out from Gagetown in the Triangle area. So I've isolated it somewhere here in the Beauty Bureau, I'm fairly certain. So I'm going to need the two of you to look into that for me and figure out what the anomaly is, contain it, and bring it back so we can put it in the vault. Mr. Pickle here is, as I may have mentioned already, is a CEO in training. Basically on the pipeline to get a job better than mine. But for now, need some on-the-ground work. So, Mr. Pickles will be working with Miss Johnson here, who will be, who's in research and development, and will be more, even though she's on probation, she is, as you can see, she is intensely encouraged to get her job right if she wants to maintain her Frogurt privileges.
Pleasure to meet you, Sadie. I'm afraid that you'll have to handle the normal briefcase and ripple gun, and I hold up my paw, which, while has a little bit more, dactyl phalangeal dexterity than a normal cat's, does not have an opposable thumb.
We do have kitty variants if you need one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and we have a little briefcase one that can fit that fits on your. We can either put it on on your haunches, or we can have a little one that hangs off your collar. It depends. Everyone has different preferences.
I'd rather just let Sadie carry the briefcase.
I mean, it is part of your requisitions. You don't have to take it. They're both in the locker outside. So they already got the. They got them both. They got both briefcase types out there and a ripple gun. If you don't bring them with you, don't bring. As long as you get the job done, that's really what matters to me. Some general managers would really insist you bring them, but honestly, as long as at least one of you has a briefcase and you get it, I'm happy. So, just letting you know what's out there. And it doesn't cost accommodations because they're your standard kit. So, that's why. That's why I bring it up.
Fair enough.
I shall retrieve it once we are done with the briefing.
Good. Any questions about your paperwork, work-life balance, connections, anything like that? Because I know you've had a week to kind of figure this all out, and since your last mission, so you may have a few queries. Or you may not. I mean, I hate to presume too much.
Don't think so at the present time. Probably later on, I'm sure, but right now, not so much.
Yes.
However,
What?
is this incidences of missing people located in or appear to be centered in any specific area of the Beauty Borough, or is it something that's happening throughout?
I noticed there seems to be a bleed over into the other boroughs because people commute to the other cities. It's only 30, or even some of the smaller in between cities, towns more like. But I think the majority seems to be coming in the Beauty Bureau. I haven't narrowed down where in our borough it is.
Okay.
That's why I'm sending you two out to narrow that down. Because I imagine between the two of you, you'll be able to figure it out.
Does this appear to be happening at any particular time of day? Are people disappearing around the time they would usually leave for work? Or is it a 24-hour phenomenon? Are they returning home to sleep or not?
That is something you'll have to narrow down. I just know that there is a significant absence, which, as you can imagine, there's a reason why I wanted to make sure you were around for this particular problem.
Very well, not a lot of information to go on, but we'll do our best.
You're welcome.
I'll hop down I'll hop down off the desk after turning around and stretching and giving the general manager a lovely view of my butthole. I'll jump down. Sadie, if you wouldn't mind, and I kind of gesture towards the door.
I will open the door.
I'll trot through and I should get a commendation for that because I just got someone to do what I wanted them to do,
Fair
which
enough.
is one of my sanctioned behaviors.
It very much is. Thank you for pointing that out. See, good CEO in training, knowing how to get good at this job. You're not going to
And
get that for each door.
watching who may, and for that no, but for those watching who may be interested in joining the Triangle Agency, I do recommend reading the employee manual. More than once, even. The employee section, of course.
Yes, the employee only section.
Unless
So,
you're
yeah,
a general
I'll
manager,
grab-
but there's a whole other thing involved.
Right.
It's a whole
I'll
program.
grab the kitty-sized ripple gun and briefcase. I think, like, I see Mr. Pickles as having it's not really a vest, but one of those things that goes over, like, the back of animals that says service animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the briefcase and the little gun are under that because, I mean, generally speaking, the world is not aware of Mr. Pickles, our buddy, or Miss Thumper being anything but the animals they appear to be.
Yeah, and even if they have the Triangle Agency logos on them, that's just so
Right.
we know it's you. Like we can on a
Right.
glance go, oh no, they're supposed to have that.
Right.
Besides, we have a wide pet range of stuff that I think even one of the balls that Buddy plays with is a Triangle Agency ball. I don't know how they made a triangle a ball, but hey, R&D does wondrous things. So
Well, it's simple manipulation of topography. Topographically, a ball and a triangle, a triangular prism have the same topography. So just manipulate the topography.
Oh, interesting.
They only have one hole. So,
Well, shall
or
we
no hole, rather.
shall we venture out and see if we can discover what's become of the fine people in the Beauty Bureau?
Yes, let's.
We to the Beauty Bureau.
Okay.
I will say after having retrieved my ripple gun and briefcase from the lockers.
So, looking at the Beauty Bureau, am I right in thinking that by and large, the place where in the normal workaday functioning of things in people's lives, just like middle of a weekday, the work week, no holiday, no anything, that the area where people usually are not in the Bureau is probably the Southern Forest? Because it looks like everywhere else is either work or, I mean, obviously there's some religious areas, but work or home kind of places, and we know people aren't there. But the Southern Forest seems to be kind of a
It
place where
probably
people.
does make sense, yes. Why don't we check out this forest?
That seems
So
like
we
a
can
good place to
look
start.
over there, I suppose.
There are all sorts of different places where people could be, but like there's little
Yes.
warehouses here and there, but
If they're not where they're supposed to be, we should.
right,
It's only logical that we start with where they aren't supposed to be.
right.
Well, let's have a look around and see about how successful, chaotic, or transcendent your investigation of the Southern Forest is.
Ooh, R. Yeah, okay. I should have thought of that earlier, but I'll get to it. Because I have an ability that would help with that with this investigation.
I
Honestly,
mean, if you're using an anomaly, you could use an anomaly to do something. That's not unheard of. I mean, that's why we hired you as a resident. So.
right. So yeah, I'm going to try to find, like, on our way to the forest, find a spot where somebody should be working or somebody should be doing something. This being whatever day of the week it is and whatnot.
That's
And
Saturday.
then okay,
People work on Saturdays though. So
yeah, and to find a place, and then I'm going to stop and stare at that place where somebody should be and try to use negatives.
So you roll your quality of attentiveness.
Yep. Let me bring it up here. Yeah. I think I've got my bar set up. Total 2. So I am actually going to go ahead and spend a quality assurance on this roll to stabilize it so there's no chaos generated. To make it 3 3s.
Which turns into Transcendence, actually.
No, you can't.
You can't call it Transcendence if you can't
Quality
stabilize.
Right, you can't quality assurance your way into Transcendence, but you can stabilize it so no chaos is generated.
That's fair enough.
And it also opens up if I have a third 3, which in this case does have a third 3.
So basically, your attentiveness goes from 3 to 2.
Right.
Right. I understand. All
Well,
right.
yeah, my quality assurance, yeah.
Yeah. So you are in on your way to the Southern Forest. Now, the St. Anne High Speed Train Park is a massive park where, like, there is the big train station where all the high-speed trains blow through at bullet fast speeds, but they do slow down. And this is a place for people to get off and enjoy the beauty of the Beauty Borough. They get to see some nice parks, some nice trees, flower beds, beautiful insects. It's a great place for animals to play, honestly. Not on the tracks, obviously, but, like, the park. It's a way to get your exercise in before you go on a train ride, which is only 33 minutes at most. So you can go straight to the Southern Forest. Southern Forest is kind of a area that's within the municipality of the Beauty Borough, but it's kind of left so that we still have a nice green space that's just not really tethered to anything in particular, which we find helps with productivity quite a bit and mental health to kind of get people. And frankly, the Beauty Borough has always had this sort of tradition of being a city that, or was a city that was very green. So it kind of feeds into that as well. And as you look around, you see someone who was on their phone, and they were on those smartphones. And they were tapping away at it, and smiling, and then they kind of look a little sad and sigh, and they swipe at something. And they were like leaning up against a tree, like they're about to head off to somewhere. And as they step away from the tree and start walking, they just weren't. Also, you may say one sentence about what is lost, and that sentence is true. Because there's 3 keys.
Yes. So I'm going to say that the moment that person wasn't here at the high-speed train park, they were indeed in the Southern Forest.
Makes sense.
Me altering reality to suit myself? Who ever heard of a CEO doing that?
Mm-hmm. So you would see the beautiful trees. In the distance, you would see the high-speed rail, but they, when it comes to Southern Forest, there's a raised platform, so it doesn't go over the rough. Because high-speed trains need straight and flat as much as possible, and so rather than rip up the ground and try to flatten everything, they uplifted it so that way it's straight off the tracks, and it kind of goes. We can just blow straight through, and they're very quiet, very very quiet. And they you can see like rails going. Whoopsie. I drew it incorrectly. This way. You'd see like one line going that way and like one line going that way, sort of thing.
Okay.
But the rest you'd see forest. Like the trees are so plentiful, you kind of have to be looking for the tracks to find them.
So it appears stated that at least one of these people who suddenly just wasn't in one place and wasn't another is in the Southern Forest.
Yeah, you notice that Miss Johnson is filling out some paperwork as she's walking. Very focused on that.
I'll nudge her before she bumps into anyone or anything while she's working on the paper.
Mm-hmm. And she would likely mutter something and kind of, like a muttered thanks and then continues working.
That will reinforce my cover as a service animal anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, let us see if we can find anything going on here in the Southern Forest.
Well, have a look. See how successful you are.
Let's see. What would this probably be? Attentiveness, probably, I would say.
That makes sense.
Double check, because some of those don't equate to what I think they do in my head. Oh, that's the wrong list. There it is, qualities. Yeah, that would be attentive. Literally discovering what someone is trying to hide. So, okay. Let me roll. Another 2. This time I think I'll save my quality assurances. I'll just stick with 2 successes.
So 4 chaos generated, but hey, sometimes things happen.
Well, you can't. I don't want to find myself without a quality assurance when I really need it.
Yeah, you don't want to burn out. No, not this early in your career. You want to wait till at least you get a corner office. Then you can start burning out playing golf.
Right. Oh, believe me, I have an eye on one back at the agency. Now I'll just be getting that current CEO out of there.
This person, you see here that you look around for the person. You don't see the person in the Southern Forest, but with enough looking around, and you're a lot lower to the ground, so it's a bit easier for you. You notice there is a smartphone amidst the grass.
No, they were using a smartphone. Let me catch up on the notes here. Sniff around the phone.
I will walk up and pick it up and take a look at it.
It is indeed a smartphone.
Yes, but I'm gonna try to use it. Like, is there a conversation open on it? Does there seem to be any weird app on it? That sort of thing.
You do see a lock screen.
Ah, I'll try to open the lock screen.
Let's see how successful you are.
All right. And after all this 64. Oh, balls, the macro isn't showing up again. Is that it?
Yep.
Ah, perfect.
It's
Okay.
stable and
Nice.
tri-sentence.
Nice.
So, since you got Transcendence, there's no anomaly being used here, so you can't really have all hands. You didn't use any of your quality assurances yet, so you can't recharge any of those with Circle Back. So, by default, enjoy having 3 commendations for being Employee
Okay.
of the Moment.
Excellent.
As you tap away, and you're able to, with your rather skillful R&D knowledge of technology, and it is a mere smartphone. It's not even a Triangle agent. It's not even a Triangle Agency smartphone. It's one of those like normal ones. Some American fare. I mean, don't get me wrong. Triangle Agency has many great businesses. It's just this isn't one of them. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, you're able to open the phone, and you can see there's a variety of applications. There are, your clock, various games, various social medias, video services, dating services, videos, audios, meditation videos, and of course the Sedan Metroplex pass. That's a digital pass that lets people get onto the public access system for travel.
All right.
Any recent texts or phone messages?
Yeah. Any recent conversations?
You start to tap at it and swipe at it, and you notice that you try to swipe and move around, and your finger just swipes and doesn't do anything. As you notice that there is this rough, coarse texture to the surface. It doesn't feel like glass. And that's when you notice that the surface seems to be a lacquered wooden print of what a smartphone should look like.
Interesting. This isn't actually a smartphone from the looks of it.
Well, the person who used it, or the actual smartphone, I suppose, looked kind of depressed, or certainly did a very big sigh that you humans do when you're either sad or depressed or bored or not wanting to be wherever you are at the moment. So perhaps the anomaly we're dealing with is, I don't know, eliminating the source of these things? I'll look around to see if there are any other items or replicas of items in this general area.
Well, see how successful you are.
I'm going to guess that is attentiveness again.
Such an attentive cat.
Lots of twos today. Yeah, let's just let that chaos grow.
You find, as you look about for other such items, you find a lone shoe, a purse, a comb, a stuffed animal, like a little bunny looking thing, some glasses.
Do these appear to be the actual items or wooden replicas thereof?
They all seem to be wooden replicas. That is a. I will give that to you. That makes perfect sense. You're right to notice that. Although I will point out to you, Mr. Pickles. Whoops, I'm not using my accommodations for this. That's not happening. That's called getting fired. You do. I hate to bring this up because it's a little personal, especially with the audit on right now. But well, your reality release is coming into some effect. You were in a lot of unclaimed territory with lots of other smells and animals, and really, you might want to do something about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee on some stuff. I'm gonna find like the strongest nearby smell where something else has marked the territory and pee on top of it. I mean, whether that's another animal's pee or whether that's, you know, a really strong scent of a human or, you know, whatever. Excluding things like trees that have been marked by bears because I'm a cat and not that stupid.
You know, you want to make sure you're successful in finding a good spot, so you don't, because you want to do this and not really draw too much attention to yourself. I mean, you are
right. Predator.
Yeah,
But small predator. Let's see. Is that still going to be attention to this? I'm rolling that a lot lately. I'm actually going to call this dynamism. Aggressing, dominating, taking action, using force to get your point across. That's really
yeah. That's pretty forceful for an animal.
yeah.
My scent is here. Go away. Mine.
Which means I don't have any QAs, so. But one success.
You know, and the thing is, you know, part of it was also ensuring that your little you're avoiding the attentions of and choosing the right place to mark, but also if that sometimes people get a little nosy when it comes to creatures, as you're probably aware. Thankfully, you're able to keep an eye out for any hikers or wanderers or what have you who might be. Who you might draw the attention of. So you've avoided that, and you've attended to your creature business.
Very good. In general, Mr. Pickles is fairly comfortable with his cathood. So yes, so all of the devices and wooden replicas we found, have they all perchance been near trees or anything?
They've been amongst the tall grass. I mean, they're all relatively near trees, but I wouldn't say they're like resting against a tree or anything like that.
Shall we see if we can maybe find any tracks or where the people connected to these might have gone? My first thought was maybe they'd been turned into trees, but these things haven't really been found in or next to trees. if they're all headed in the same direction, perhaps there'll be some foliage or whatnot kind of crushed down or whatever.
Yes, that's a good idea. We should look there. Look for that, rather.
Where do you have QAs?
On your... Should be on the main character sheet, near the bottom where all your...
I'm asking, like, it's kind of me asking, like, what your best stats are. So where do you have...
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
There you go.
I have attentiveness, dynamism, and persistence.
Okay, and I've got attentiveness, duplicity, and professionalism. So do you want to see if you can track and... Are there, like, assisted roles in this game? Or in this simulation?
The simulation really depends on rugged individualism, and it's a matter of your combined individualism to similar goals. And, you try to spread out your quality assurance. That way, no one person is bearing the weight of the world. So that's why we have teams that work into cooperative end.
I've been rolling attentiveness a lot. Do you want to take a shot?
Sure.
Finally, the probationary is doing some work. I mean, she did some work earlier. That's not fair.
Nice. Also, I think I get a
Another
commendation for that
transcendence.
because she did what I wanted her to do.
Oh, not another transcendence. I know. So, 4 successes, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right. Remind me once again what you were looking for? Just to differentiate here. Tracks, I believe it was.
Yes, like a trail of where everyone is going.
It seemed like a lot of people came here from other places. And then they stopped going anywhere.
So, kind of an all roads lead to Rome kind of situation.
All right.
If
So
Rome is this region.
let me see if I can use negatives again to see where these lost people went from here.
As you were starting to look into that, you both would probably notice something rather extraordinary. See, remember you were marking your territory before, and you're not the only animal out here in the southern forest.
Right.
This is a sort of semi-tended to wilderness of a sort. And it is here
It's got a punctuation mark for a brain.
the two of you notice a large brown wooden bear walking in your direction with little charms tied about its ears.
That does not look normal. I will say, pointing at the bear.
Agreed. I say, and I'm in like the sideways Halloween cat bushy-tailed position. because I'm big and scary, because that's big and scary.
Well, I mean, you can see if you're successful in making yourself seem big and scary. Maybe you'll scare it off. You're a weird cat. I mean, you're an anomalous cat. I shouldn't be insulting. HR has really explained to me that every creature needs to be respected like anyone else. We all work on the same team. Everyone has their biases, and we need to get over them.
All right, I'm going to call this duplicity.
That's probably accurate.
Trying to be bigger and scarier than I am. Ooh. And at this point, I do have duplicity QA, so I will spend one to stabilize that roll.
Okay.
I don't know if I've got a third 3 on this one. Let me mark off duplicity first. Save changes. Since. Oh no, I wasn't using an ability there. I was just being big and scary.
You do notice that the bear does balk and does stop approaching. Stares at you, and then turns around and walks back into the wood.
Perhaps we should follow the bear.
Yes. Let us follow the bear. Agreed.
See how successful you are in following that bear.
Follow that bear!
Do you want to lead this, or should I?
I don't have any points in subtlety, but I don't think you do either, so I'll take a chance.
No, I do not.
Yeah, 1 success.
I mean, it's success, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting that I'm past 10 chaos. That is very interesting and worth noting. Because, well,
Something special happened?
something special usually does happen around then. It's kind of one of those, it's like Apple Falls sort of thing. So you both are, you both start trailing after the bear and probably keeping a healthy distance. After scaring it off, I imagine you don't want to try to encourage it into engaging you.
Right. At least not in combat. In conversation, perhaps, but... Sharon!
It looks like Miss Ritter is on one of her little nature hikes, and she sees the bear and goes very, very still, because, as you probably are aware, she's very smart when it comes to animals, and just kind of freezes, and the bear kind of looks in her direction. You can see that the bear has approached some sort of cave made out of a rugged oak tree. But Miss Ritter is seeing this and doesn't quite see the two of you approaching. She was just kind of on a hike and just happened to be in the same area as the cave. Probably looking at the tree because it looked like a weird looking tree with a big hole in it. Which kind of drew her attention, and now there's a wooden bear walking toward it who is now looking at her.
Oh, Sharon's a loose end.
Hey.
Or a potential loose end.
Good bear. Good bear. Don't see me, she says as she very quietly tries to step away from the big, scary bear. Good wooden bear. Or brown bear, whatever that is. Okay, just stay over there. Pretty bear. Nice bear. And the bear just keeps looking at her. Breathing, huffing at her. But not like charging at her or anything.
Nah.
Good bear. What a good bear. You're not scary at all. Bear moves a little closer to her.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to shrug out of my service animal vest and gun and briefcase, so I just look like Mr. Pickles. And I'm going to do that cat thing where they just fly at the bear and swat it in the nose and, occasionally manage to drive it off.
Let's see how successful you are.
Let's see. Qualities and quality assurance. It's either dynamism or initiative.
It sounds like initiative. Initiative's used in these wah moments.
Yeah. And again, I'm not really trying to necessarily hurt it, just scare it off, which I've actually seen videos of cats doing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, cats know their limitations, and it's like, hey, look, if all I have to do is swat at you till you go away, that's a win.
Right. And sometimes if I run at you and I'm just complete chaos flailing sharp on 5 ends thing, you'll freak out and run away.
Hell, I would. Forget that. I don't get scratched up.
It's one. I mean, I'm giving you back up to thin thread again, but and more.
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna reduce my. I'm gonna spend 6 of it, so I'm only at 5. That's good.
Oh, good.
You swat at the bear, and the bear gets scratched. It backs off. No, don't hurt Mr. Pickles! And then it crumbles into so much tinderwood. Mr. Pickles, are you okay?
I'm just purring and wrapping and around her legs and rubbing up against her.
Oh, Mr. Pickles, what are you doing out here? How'd you get so far across town?
Purr.
Oh, hello? Who's that out there? Is there someone out there?
I'll trot over to Sadie and rub up against her leg like, oh, it's okay, Mr. Pickles
Hello.
loves this woman. And I'll come back to Sharon.
Did you find my Mr. Pickles? And she's focusing on petting Mr. Pickles. She seems very worried that he got hurt, and he was very brave.
I'll arc up into her
Yes.
hand and
It's like doing that cheek rubby thing that cats do.
yep, marking her's mine.
This is my food dispenser, you can't has.
Right.
You notice around you that the blades of grass have turned wooden, and yet still sway. The leaves above turned wooden, and then between the trees themselves actually look like they hardened to stone, and the limbs of the branches stay wooden, as you see many stone-ish pillars connected by the wooden landscape around you. All moving, all swaying.
Oh, sorry, everything has turned to wood, but it's moving as if it's what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not
Kind of.
creepy at all.
I kind of look significantly at Sadie and then cut my eyes over to Sharon as if to try and get across loose end.
I will say to her, man, those university students' pranks get more sophisticated every year, don't they?
Nice.
Let's see how successful you are to convince Miss Ritter of this.
See, back in my day, they were happy with just moving the dean's car onto the roof. Apparently not anymore.
Bit of chaos, but it is successful. Yeah, this is a lot.
Purr.
You know what? And she picks up Mr. Pickles.
Purr.
I'm gonna take my kitty home. I don't think it's really safe for him here. Who knows if any of this is really toxic.
Okay.
Do you have like a business card or anything or a phone number? I'd love to thank you for helping my poor little baby boy.
I will give my Triangle Agency card over.
Oh, well, that's nice. You work at the Triangle Agency. Well, the St. Anne Municipal subsidiary, but still, I mean, that's a good job. What do you do there?
I work in the R&D team.
Oh, it says it on the card. I should have read it more. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, well, hey, I hate to bother you. Mr. Pickles can really, he can just appear on me in a moment if I don't look away for too long. Could you call me a cab? There's some that come out here. Really appreciate it.
Sure. I will go ahead and phone a taxi.
Where's Sharon's phone, I wonder? I don't say anything, but...
So if you want, it would cost one commendation to hire her a car.
I'll spend the commendation.
Like,
Because it will prevent the loose ends, so...
and a car will come out. There's like a little rest area, and she's gonna walk her and Mr. Pickles over to get into the car. Thank you, Miss Johnson.
Happy to help.
Now come on, Mr. Pickles. We have to...
Did she get cut off? Did I get cut off? No.
And she vanishes.
Ah! I try to land on my feet.
The Triangle Agency driver looks over their shoulder like, the hell? What was that noise?
I don't like this at all. Something's happening to Sharon. She is the primary food giver.
Do you still need a drive?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
You better get out of here before... Well, you better get out of here. I'm sure you have more pressing rides to give to people.
Yeah, sure. Press the button, the door automatically closes, and they'll drive off, heading somewhere else. Hey, they still got paid, so...
I'll go pick up my stuff. Damn it. It wouldn't have taken me long at all to get back out here once we were home. So, shall we check out the cave in the tree?
Yes. Let's do so. Something is definitely anomalous around here, but I'm not sure what it is yet.
Nice work with the university students line, by the way.
I mean, the engineers were the worst offenders when I was in school, so... Honestly, it wasn't that far from the truth.
Ah.
Though if there's a faculty of engineering students behind this one, I'm going to be quite annoyed.
You step within the hollow of the tree, the strange cavern. And there you see campfires burnt out, small insects of wood crawling along the wooden surfaces, stonework cushions, and all about strewn are heavy coats and backpacks bicycles, laptop bags.
And you said there was like stone couches and stuff?
Like cushions, like the kind you'd set up if you were sitting on the floor. You'd have like a cushion to soften the floor a bit. They're stone cushions,
Huh.
to kind of protect you from the wood. Which, if we could sell that at the Triangle Agency, I would totally try to do it. But I don't think it would sell.
Burnt out campfires. Okay. Go check out just a random piece of gear. Is this wood as well? Is this another replica?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gear is all. Any other visible exits, entrances to the cave?
You should see how successful you are in finding one.
Guess that would be attentiveness again. Lots of ones and twos for Mr. Pickles today.
You do indeed see, as you walk around the cavern space, it dipped down and then up again to yet another opening on the other side of the tree.
Interesting.
Follow that path and peek out. See what's on the other side.
You see from the tree line a wide open field of wooden grass, some playground equipment of stone, and some houses that are all kind of grouped together in nice little neat blocks of neighborhood. Some minor, the distance of some not terribly tall apartment buildings. As it occurs to you, whoops. You have come out in the Across River suburbia.
Filled with the wooden grass and stone playground equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So still weird stuff going on. Anomalous stuff, one might say.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe this is the heart of things. It kind of looks like people showed up in the southern forest, dropped their stuff, and came this way.
Are you able to find like I'm not sure how good cats' sense of smell is compared to humans or dogs for that matter. Are you able to follow a scent trail?
I mean, I can certainly try. And then we'll be at 10 chaos again.
Oh, don't worry. I'll help with that. Miss Johnson, your phone rings.
I will pick it up.
As
Hello?
you notice that the call is coming from Joss
Inside the
Stevens.
tree.
Your pet sitter.
No, that's me, isn't it?
Yes.
Joss Stevens is aware of a certain problem. And, well, Joss Stevens looks after, the German pointer dog, Bear. Well, you tell me, Mr. Stevens, what exactly did he do? Because it's something you can't really deal with on your own. You need Miss Johnson to help you. Your friend Sadie. Well, your employer, Sadie, because, she probably pays you pretty well.
So it's something he did, not necessarily something that's wrong with him?
Something is wrong with him, yeah. It's probably something he did, because, German pointers.
Yeah, fair enough. Hi, Sadie.
Yes.
Bear's ultimately okay, but we're at the vet. He started having really bad diarrhea and throwing up some, and it kind of happened several times. So I decided it was best to take him to the vet. Looks like he got a hold of some chocolate somewhere along the way, but anyway, I don't have enough money to pay the vet, so maybe if I could put you on the phone with them and you could give them your credit card number.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't want Bear to suffer.
I think this would probably fall under the requisitions program. Yeah, one requisition should handle that. I mean, it's a vet bill. I think somewhere in the ballpark of $1,000. Do you think $1,000 would cover it? Actually, like your normal vet bill. I haven't done a vet bill in a while. No, don't have much time for it as general manager, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I guess I take care of you, but that's not the same thing.
That's somewhere between $500 and $1,000, because they're probably going to want to keep him overnight for observation just in case, and they'll want to rehydrate and the medicines.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get bloated and need a surgery, 500 to 1,000 is reasonable.
Okay, so it's just one requisition will cover that.
All right. How does the requisition system work? Because I don't think I've used it.
Oh, sorry,
before.
accommodation. Sorry, accommodation. You spend accommodation to requisition stuff from us. See, if you do a good job, there's rewards. So don't worry, the agency looks after you. As long as you look after the agency. And even then, we'll look after you just for a different reason. So that's going to be taken care of. They're going to send someone to the St. Anne Industrial Park where the vet office is. And, that'll be fine. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Just, we thought we'd route the phone to you because we figured you'd want to know about that. We didn't want to surprise you with that after. So good. I'm glad we got that sorted. Carry on.
Well, shall we see if the source of this anomaly is actually in this district?
Yes, let us do that.
How do you plan on doing that? Oh, sorry, go on.
This spread of wooden, grass, and stone playground equipment, does it seem to be is there kind of a path of this stuff? Or is it just literally everywhere? Or does there seem to be this effect is taking place along a certain line or direction?
It just seems like you're in when you step out of the tree, you're kind of exiting this sort of tree line in this sort of wide playground, ad hoc, greenery, woodenry, I suppose, with a playground and some benches, some houses, some roads. It just seems to be as far as your eyes can see, wood and stone.
Including the houses at apartment blocks.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and the wooden and stone houses and apartment blocks aren't like the usual looking kind of wood and stone that would be used in those structures.
No, but thankfully the locals may have chalked this up to a bit of St. Anne Branch retrofitting as part of the holidays. So far, no loose ends have kind of been created from this, but I wouldn't bet on that for too long.
Fair enough.
Someone's going to notice it's not a facade after a while.
Okay. Any kind of path that we could crack? Like, these, maybe the wooden grass is so thin that, when people have been crossing it, it's been broken down or anything like that?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Okay. Any more discarded faux items?
You could certainly look around.
2.
You certainly do see, amongst the tall wooden grass, items that stick out, for they are not wooden. They are actual items. Actual bicycles, actual phones, actual glasses, actual shoes.
Okay, so where are all the owners of these items?
You notice that the stone benches near the playground have some stone, like they have like these little stone markers that hold like wooden planks in place, and you notice that they've wrapped one of the legs of the benches of each of them with like rope, like rough rope, so you can kind of animals can scratch or gnaw on it.
That's very nice. I'll take advantage of some stretching and scratching while I'm thinking.
Scratch.
Ah, that's good.
And it's kind of interesting, right? Where you kind of feel that it's just the perfect way it catches at your claws, and it like not too hard to like feels like you're bending back, but like not so soft that it's just kind of no fun. You know what I mean? Like if you just, it's like swatting a pillow. Like there's no fun in that. I mean, it's fun for like once, and then it's just a mess, which is funny but not fun.
Like that good sisal rope. So
you might notice that there's something to be said for such a nice bit of rope and getting to relax on such a hard day, and you might get a little preoccupied. I mean, you are a bit of a cat. But it's not even your catly nature. It's a whole other thing. As if you feel like you just want to relax here and just enjoy the night. And I imagine, as a good, hardworking future CEO of the Triangle Agency, you want to not be a lazy butt and actually work for your living rather than just I mean, you have your naps. That's one thing, but this is you just straight up not doing. You're gonna not do your job today for some reason, which I don't think that's really you. But you could tell me if I'm wrong.
yeah, I think I'm going to try and resist that mind-altering effects using professionalism, which is
Yeah.
exactly what the things that professionalism does. Triscendence.
Transcendence. You do have some QAs you spent. You could recharge some of that, or you can get some commendations, or there's no anomaly in effect, so you can't go all hands
Right.
here.
Um, yeah, I think I will. I've spent two. I can do three, so I think I'll just re-up attentiveness and duplicity. Back up to three.
So yeah, you notice that yeah, you're enjoying this a little too much, and you know what?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
maybe stop
Ugh.
scratching that.
We should be careful as we move through this altered landscape. I think there's still things out here that might affect us. Just kind of, look at my paw and wash my face for a second to shake it off. Okay, so these real items that are scattered here and about, are they just kind of scattered, or do they look like people have kind of dropped them at various points while heading in a specific direction, perhaps?
It looks like they were like walking, and then they just dropped whatever it was.
Okay, so maybe they were walking along and then disappeared and just dropped it. Yeah, let's maybe move closer to the nearest houses or something.
Yes.
Where's my...
You walk up on a house. Wooden on the outside, stone roof. Lacquered windows that are wooden, but they look like windows from a distance.
Right. Let me try and use one of my abilities again on this place. Let me use negatives again, which is attentiveness.
Oops.
It's one, but it is a success.
Ba 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 ba. You see of this house that someone once lived here, and well, actually, sorry, I'll correct myself. You see someone stepping out of the house back when it was a normal house. It looks like it's nighttime, and they look up and down the road as they stand on the sidewalk just in front of the house. They see something and start racing toward or walking rather quickly toward the playground.
The place we just came from?
Mm-hmm.
Did they appear to be nervous, frightened, just curious?
Frightened.
I mean, did they... Frightened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like they saw something that frightened them and they had to try to run towards it to fix it, or were they running away from something?
I will have to see how successful you are in reading their emotions like that. You're digging for a little more in that vision of negative than
Okay.
plain sight would notice.
Okay, would that be just a quality roll?
Oh yeah. You have a quality that you think will help you here?
Empathy, probably?
Yeah, empathy.
Yep. Nothing I can do about that. I don't have any QAs in empathy.
So, time to look at our manual together and see what exactly it means when you screw up.
Failure's assumed.
Failures assume... that's true. Um, there is that. Um, you. Frankly, are well. You're not trying to affect reality. You're just trying to try something here.
Right.
That's kind of a different thing. Well, for one, that's just 6 chaos. Unfortunately, there's just no way around that. It goes past 10 again, which that's good.
I don't think this is something I can ask the agency to do. This isn't one of those things because it was a roll.
Yeah. So the dynamic retroculture probability enhancement system. Okay. Okay, so it's just you fail. That's what it is. It's more important when you fail with an anomaly because
Using an anomaly? Yeah.
or trying to use the agency to affect reality, because we can affect reality in in a very tangible way through our means of stabilizing reality. To stabilize, we may have to adjust things, but in this case, you just don't really. You struggle to understand the human's emotions. Your quality of being a creature is kind of hurting you here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I guess the big downside is you generated a lot of chaos.
A bunch of chaos, yeah. I mean, that's the, So. Sorry, Sadie. Nothing I could do about that one.
Yeah, no worries.
And
I'd call for a golden Oreo, though.
you notice a police car of the Sadam Police Department roll up, and a couple of officers step out and shine their flashlights in your direction.
Oh, is it night?
It is night now, currently, yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss?
Yes?
Miss? Do you live here?
No.
Oh. Is this your cat?
Meow.
Friend of mine's cat.
Okay. What you doing around here?
I'm doing work for, in the interest of the city on Triangle Agency business.
Oh. Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, that's strange, because we've seen some people see you kind of wandering around looking at the houses all strange, which is pretty strange. Do you have some sort of identification?
I shall present my identification.
Okay.
While they're dealing with Sadie, I'm going to pad over to the police vehicle. Did they leave the doors open by any chance?
Let's see if you're that sneaky. They are watching the both of you.
Oh, come on, character sheet, open up. call that subtlety.
Yeah.
All right, now wait a minute.
Waiting a minute. Sorry about that. I didn't realize down to tricks.
Don't think this is the time to use Unbound, but just want to check. So I'm going to use subtlety. Oh, looks like Triscendence.
It is, yes. Yeah, they don't notice either. Very focused. They notice you and are keeping an eye on you, but they kind of got very interested in checking. Both of them are checking Miss Johnson's.
I mean, I'm just a cat. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, they can. They'll, if you go somewhere weird, you'll probably have a little bell or something, right? What's your Triscendence application?
Looks like I'm full up on all of my QAs. Didn't use a power, so I'm going to go for the 3 commendations.
Okay. Yeah, so you snuck up on the car. And one of the doors would be closed. They wouldn't leave them open, really.
No, I did not. They just got out in a big hurry.
But you get up to the car, they haven't noticed you. As they're both examining, they hold the card between themselves, reading Ms. Johnson's ID. Well, ID, her. Oh, you're giving them their ID, your ID or your card? Sorry, I want to make sure.
Card first. If they ask again for ID, then I'll give it.
Yeah, they look like they're about to start heading back to the car to check your ID. As in your card.
Don't you need my ID for that? I will ask to try to misdirect them away from the cat.
Oh, let's see how successful you are. Buy Mr. Pickle some time. That's a success. You're
Great.
pulled to you.
I don't have any QAs in duplicity, so I have to kind of accept that.
I'm just back up to 10 chaos. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So, Mr. Pickles, you look like you have plenty of time to examine the car without really being noticed. They're really too busy talking with Sadie right now.
Okay, so it looks like you can't really spin things to requisition in the field necessarily.
Well, it depends.
When you...
That's what you're asking for. Heck, you can affect reality and make things get to you. We are the triangle agents after all.
Yeah, this is, we're going to ask the agency. And what happened was when the officer on the passenger side of the vehicle got out and kind of, just pushed the door to shut it behind it, it grazed the tourniquet holster on their web belt and slowed the door just enough where it didn't actually close. I mean, it's resting, but it didn't actually latch close, so it could be kind of pushed open easily.
Okay, you can see if the agency could help you with that. Sure. What quality do you believe you're embodying, or that you are embodying or enhancing with this change?
Let me pull up my quality list. So it's the quality I'm using to try and affect the change. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Yep.
I'm going to say either initiative or subtlety.
Subtlety makes sense to me.
Okay. Success. Not. I can't stabilize it, so it is what it is.
Yeah, so even though the door was closed, it wasn't really locked, you noticed.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna work my way into the car.
Okay.
And is it parked on a relatively flat surface or is there a slope?
There's a slope.
Okay. Then I'm going to throw it into neutral. And then once it starts moving, hop out.
Let's see how successful you are at that, Mr. Pickles. Thankfully, there's there are ways that we're able to help you make sure you're able to do that equal opportunity and all, but you still have to make sure you set it and get out without hurting yourself.
Yeah. That I think I'm probably going to be initiative.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hit the right buttons and get out.
Otherwise, I'm going. Mr. Pickles goes on a ride.
And there goes Mr. Pickles down the road.
Right.
Nope.
So yeah, I'm giving you all sorts of chaos, but at least I'm succeeding.
So the thing starts rolling away. They go, oh, hey! Get that car.
Yeah.
And
And I just,
Justin Ramsey-
I'm just sort of.
Hey, you cat,
few
stop
yards
right
away.
there. Don't go anywhere.
I was already out of the car, just sitting here licking my paws.
Stop right there, cat. Don't go anywhere. Let me pick you up.
No, I'm not going to let him pick me up. I'm a cat. He's a stranger. I'm out of here.
No, let's see how successful you are. He looks like he's going to grab you. As the other guy's running after the car. Yeah, that's going to hit something if he doesn't catch it, which he's probably not going to. Cars going downhill are not super fast, but not super slow
Right.
either.
I am going to use an ability, Mist, which is duplicity. So,
Oh,
Mist.
you missed.
And let's see if I can do anything here. This is something I have some QA in, though. I'm not going to spend 2 on this to, well, let's see, you're already 18. See, honestly, I think I will spend 2 to stabilize.
Okay. So where were you actually standing? Because you were like kind of like probably on the sidewalk area, except you're not.
Yeah.
As they missed, so obviously you were somewhere else.
Just behind or on top of whatever tried to touch you. So, yeah. So since I have 3 now, for the additional 3, I'm going to move both Sadie and I to like she would move forward 1 to here, and I would move back 1 to here, just like we've always been standing there the whole time.
What the? Hey.
And I'm just sitting there, like, cleaning myself. I got 1 leg up over my head, and I'm licking my balls. Obviously a position where I could have just run to and gotten into, but yeah.
Like I've been sitting here the whole time. What are you talking about? What were you even grabbing at?
Right.
Yeah, the police officer turns around and says, "Hey, what's going on here?"
I'm just looking, just cleaning, just grooming myself.
Is this your cat?
Meow.
My friend's cat.
Well, could you grab that thing for me? May have done something to my car.
You think a cat could do something to your car?
Well, you didn't. You were over with us. Unless you want to be brought in. I mean, we could. Actually, you know what? Yeah, put your hands behind your back.
It's a cat.
Are you resisting?
Could I persuade?
And he's reaching for his gun.
Good lord.
I'll put my hands behind my back because I don't want to get shot.
Okay. He begins to stand behind you. One hand on his gun, the other one taking out cuffs.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, officer.
Looks at you.
Sure. Why don't you try to put in a report how a talking cat managed to somehow make your car roll downhill? Are you sure you haven't eaten something off today? Because you're talking with a cat.
You'll understand, cat. I love this town. And it loves me back. He slaps a cuff on Miss Johnson. She vanishes.
Oh, good lord. Oh,
Oh,
I have to find her.
Now come here, cat, or there's gonna be trouble. Pilgrim.
Okay, time to go unbound.
I'm sorry, what?
This is something. No, I rolled it already. Unbound, it's an ability.
Oh. Oh, that was something else. If you something is in your way holding you back, relax your body and roll subtlety. What you succeed. What do you do?
I get away. I just, go through. He's not going to be able to grab me.
Do you like walk through like one of the houses or something?
So, yeah, I'll like run between his legs, and like that way, if he tries to grab me, it'll be like he missed, and then yeah, I'll run into one of the houses, assuming the houses have spaces inside. If not, I'll just run through one of the houses.
Other spaces inside. And
Yeah, but pretty much I'm intangible for an hour.
yeah, so you, in your intangibleness, and now Miss Johnson, you finally know where you are. Those two are inside of a house, or inside the house, sitting on a couch, watching a documentary on the beautiful Beauty Bureau and its lovely suburbia and southern forests. Miss Ritter is utterly enraptured by this as she sits on the stone couch, watching the wooden TV flickering away with images. Sadie Johnson, you are not. Well, actually, you tell him. Let's find how successful you are at being enraptured by how wonderful and beautiful this place is.
Professionalism.
yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any of that.
I mean, it's a success. Yeah,
I think
you probably are like you're handcuffed and then you're here and you were looking at the TV and then gathering your bearings and then Mr. Pickles just kind of phases in through one of the wooden walls.
Call me Kitty Pride. Oh, come on, Internet. That was a great X-Men reference. I kind of like startled, about to start to say something, and then see Sharon and go, meow. And I'll jump up onto the stone couch and start like, headbutting Sharon's face. See if I can't snap her out of whatever.
Oh, let's see how successful you are.
Jeez.
Actually, I take that back. You're intangible. You passed through, Miss Ritter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. I would not do that. Fortunately, she's focused on that fucking documentary.
They have a bridge and the train, the highway bridge, and then there's like a walking bridge, and then there's the rails. Oh wow, so many ways to cross the river. Isn't that neat?
How did you get here, Miss Ritter? This isn't where you live.
Ooh.
Well, I love this place. I may not have lived here before, but I really want to now. I mean, look at it. Look how beautiful this place is. You know what I should do? I should bring my pets here. That'd be great. And I can almost see. I can imagine Mr. Pickles just loving the. I mean, I don't think he could scratch up any of the furniture. Am I right?
Okay, I'm intangible, but I'm not invisible, so I'm going to move right in front of the television set and just, stretch and take up as much room as possible while literally caterwauling. I'll sing the songs of my people.
Give it a try. Maybe you'll snap her out of it.
Yeah, that's back to qualities. Pretty sure that's persistence because the last one is irritating action.
Yeah.
Oh, Transcendence.
Nice.
I believe that falls to accommodations. I don't think we have any.
No, actually, I can refresh the QAs for
that's
duplicity,
fair.
which I split down to just one. Yeah.
That's fair.
It did. Back up to 3 there. Save. Okay. So, ow! Doing that weird male cat thing where they almost talk. Wow.
Hi, kitty. Hi. What you doing here? Oh, and then she reaches out for you. What the? Huh?
And I just kind of move out of the way, like cats kind of do.
Would you,
No.
Mr. Pickles? Stop moving around, Mr. Pickles. Stop right now, Mister. Stop it. Stop it. Wait, where am I? What is this place?
Wow.
Aren't you? Wait, aren't you Sadie Johnson, that lady from the forest? Where are we?
We're in the river, like the across river suburbia for some reason.
What? How? What? I don't understand. All right, Mr. Pickles, just follow me. I guess. Wait. The door doesn't open. Sadie, the door doesn't open.
Wow.
We're trapped. What do we do?
Why don't you sit down and relax for a little bit, and I'll see if I can get the door unstuck. It must just be stuck.
Let's see how successful you are in getting Miss Ritter to calm down.
All right. Trying to convince her that everything is totally normal. It's just a stuck door. Hey, Transcendence.
I'm gonna grab these from you because demerits are. Oh no, those are. How do you get rid of demerits? I'm gonna give those back to you because I don't know how to. I'll figure that out. I'll figure this out.
Okay.
There's something wrong here.
I'll take 3 commendations, though.
Oh. I think you calmed down, Miss Ritter. 3 commendations to you. Okay. How? Why would they make a stone couch. It makes no sense.
Is there like a piece of furniture or something, or quote unquote furniture that I could like go behind that's near a wall?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go behind that and then where Sharon can't see me and then exit. And I'm going to look around for the cop.
St. Johnson appears
Sadie.
outside with you.
Ugh, what? That's weird.
You don't see the cop, though.
Well, crap, I didn't mean to bring you out with me. I don't know exactly how that happened.
It's all right. I would assume that the anomaly has something to do with the desire to make other people love a region as much as you do.
Yes, the cop told me that he really loved this town and that it really loved him.
Yes. He said that right before he teleported me into that house.
Do you have any way we could get this door open and get Sharon out of here?
I'm not sure if we want to do that just yet, because she could become a loose end if she realizes something abnormal is occurring. Maybe we resolve the anomaly first and then retrieve her.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'm going to stick my head into like another one of the houses and see if there are people within it as well.
There are.
Okay. I'm not going to go in or anything, just sort of,
Yeah.
get a quick peek and duck out, and I'll tell Sadie, yep, I think this is where all the people are. And I think that cop is our anomaly. Or at least a manifestation thereof. So no sign of the popo, eh?
No? Just lots of trees, lots of wood, lots of stone.
Is your phone still working?
I will look at my phone.
It's still your phone.
I'll try to call up one of my apps.
Yeah?
Seems to work.
See if you can access a map of the local area and see if there's a police station or substation close by this park region.
I shall do so.
You start looking up your map. And let's see how successful you are.
Would a tentativeness work on a QA there?
Attention to detail, understanding complicated Yeah, I'll take it.
Perfect. I will do that to guarantee one success.
Boop. 23 chaos. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if it goes any higher. Yeah, so you notice that the nearest police station would be an A2, I think. A2 or B2? A2. A2. Like that'd be the borough station.
It's a little bit farther away. I was hoping there might be. I could be wrong, but I think it's that police officer. He didn't seem at all surprised when I spoke to him. And most mundanes are when I do.
You see a car driving up the road. Headlights on.
What kind of car?
Four-door sedan. Red. Some lady with glasses on kind of driving up. And kind of, you can see them kind of, their head turning and look like they start driving normally. And then they slow down and they kind of pull over just to, along the side of the road, kind of looking around.
Is it us that have attracted their attention or something else?
The wooden houses. People around here might be able to figure out that this may assume this is a facade, but people who only visit here once in a while are going to notice something weird happened.
Right.
And the lady gets out and starts looking at her phone. Looks around again.
I kind of whisper to Sadie, it's a loose end about to happen.
I will see if I can.
I'll try to distract her from whatever she's doing on her phone by, wow.
Yeah.
But staying out of reach because intangible still.
I might point out to you that might, you doing that may result in her seeing something intangible meowing at her.
Well, but I'm intangible. I'm not invisible or anything. So, I mean, I just sort of pass through objects.
Oh, yeah, you're not like translucent. You're just, you look solid until you walk into something.
Yeah, getting invisible and stuff is every third three thing, so I didn't roll that high.
You could see if it draws her attention. See how successful you are.
Man. Probably presence.
Probably not
Look
a
at
bad
me
idea.
instead of whatever you're looking at. Yeah, 2. I don't have any QAs in that one.
What the? Oh, hi. A nice cat. Hey, you're one of those triangle agency people, aren't you? She points at your little badge of shame, not knowing that's what it is.
Yes.
Oh,
The
hi.
Scarlet Triangle.
I'm Mary Lou. Nice to meet you. Are you the person I'm supposed to meet here, or?
Mary Lou who?
Why would... Who were you told to meet?
Someone who said I would know them when I'll know you when I see you. I am your dark knight who will fill you with love. Okay, I may be making the wrong assumption here. I was kind of hoping. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling you're not it. Okay, that's a little embarrassing. Hi. Did you see anyone out here, tall, dark, handsome, or tall, muscly, and alluring? I don't know. I'm getting the feeling I got catfish out here. No, sorry, cat. Wait, I'm talking to a cat. That doesn't make any sense. Hi.
Now,
Has anyone else in your life received messages like that lately?
Well, it seems a little personal for me to ask after that. I mean, it's a dating app, you know. The Big Bench. It's where people get to know each other in neighborhoods, like cute little park dates.
I will look over at the cat and raise my eyebrows at it. Mr. Pickles.
I will continue to cat because I don't want to speak in front of Mary Lou Who.
Mr. Pickles, don't you you've seen a lot of things that you don't own, and there's a person here who you really should let them know you own them, or at least her car.
Yeah, I'll pat over and pee on the passenger side front tire.
Hey, what the hell? Oh, whatever. Why is your cat peeing on my car?
Not my cat.
What? Oh, it's like a neighborhood cat or something?
Now we know what the GM's favorite thing to do to me is.
Hey, I'm making sure your reality is being reinforced. You don't have to act it out. You could choose to defy your nature.
That's true.
So don't put this on me. You could rub your face on things, but no.
Well, I can't right now.
Well, no. That's true. In this case, yes, I can. Well, actually, wait a minute. Is your pee intangible? You know what? That's for R&D to figure out. I'm not going to think about that too much.
Yeah, let's go down that rabbit hole.
So yeah. So what do you live around here? By chance?
Not in this immediate area, no.
Oh, yeah. I visit people here sometimes, and yeah, it doesn't normally look like this. Like, you know, suburbia is kind of like weird and creepy, but like this is kind of a whole different sort of creepy. Everything's made of wood. Everything. The grass is made of wood. The roads are stone. This part of town's not even all that old. You know what? I think I'm gonna get out of here. This is. Do you need to drive somewhere? I could actually. No, that's. Well, I mean, you work for the Triangle Agency. You're probably okay. Do you need like your?
We're fine.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go. Yeah.
As you wish.
I think I'm gonna go. And she goes walk into her car.
Loose end.
And drives off.
Just had an idea, but she's gone.
And then you hear a screeching of tires and crash. Thud, thud, thud.
No. Is that her?
That's the only car out here.
Yeah, Mr. Pickles run over there, see if she's okay, or if maybe she just disappeared in the car.
I will also duck over there.
You rush over, and you see a a car that has jumped over it basically drove up to like a T section where it's supposed to turn left or right to leave this particular part of the neighborhood, and it just jumped the curb over the sidewalk and then just went straight down into like a nearby ditch. And you don't hear the horn blaring, you just see a car just kind of sticking there in the ditch.
Is the lady in it?
You pounce over her, you look inside, and she's not inside the car.
Looks like she disappeared while she was driving off.
Ah,
We've got to find this anomaly.
yes. Certainly, I think we're within its domain, so it should be around somewhere.
Did you happen to get a look at the officer's name badge, or did I happen to get a look at that officer's name badge?
I don't know. Did you? Let's see how attentive you are. Not,
Okay.
apparently.
I will spend a QA, because I have them in attentiveness, to roll that over to 1 success. I just want to spend 1 to make it a big success.
Oh, by
Base
the
plus
way,
success.
so you bought it up to get it to succeed at least once.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. There's some chaos generated because you succeeded, but stuff happened. By the way,
Yeah.
both of you have rolled quality assurance with no quality assurance in it, right?
Rolled a quality that didn't have quality assurance.
Yeah.
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 Okay. For each time you did that, you actually would have gotten burnout.
Oh.
Oh.
Which means you would be rolling each time you roll when you roll something that's burned out, you lose 1/3. So a burnout always removes 1/3, and if there's no 3 to burn, it still adds chaos.
Wait a minute.
And each time you roll something that you're
Okay.
burned out on, it gets worse. So you can have the first time you roll it is burnout 1, the second time you roll it's burnout 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until eventually it's just impossible to do something. Now, unfortunately, the relevant the agency OS has caught this, so I'm gonna be adding some demerits because we acted outside of you acted outside of the TTRPG interface, so because that will complicate things. So it will be how many times did you each do it? It's just once, or did you do it multiple times?
Oh God, I think
myself.
I've done it several times, but I don't really think I can go back and count at this point because it doesn't tell me what I'm rolling when I roll.
Would you say at least 5?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
Sure.
we'll make it 5 demerits. Oops, that's to me. I don't get demerits. I'm a general manager. I have talked with the
know.
board.
I think-
That's a different problem.
I think, yeah, in this case, you probably should get some demerits for.
Well, you can have a demerit for your insubordination.
Is it insubordination, or is it just a CEO doing what a CEO should do, and you making sure that this company runs properly?
You can have another one. So how many times have you rolled, Miss Johnson?
I think it was just the one for me.
Just the one? Okay. Is that true, Mr. Pickles? Is she just saying that to get out of trouble?
I have not been keeping track of
Okay.
me, much less her.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you an extra demerit. You're right. You only got 1. I already added 1. Because you were at 2 initially, right?
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, you should have 3, not 4. My bad. That I can fix. There we go. I'm glad we caught that. I was the HDOS was blaring at me, and I wasn't sure why it was blaring at me until I started digging through the knowledge base, and like, oh, that's what's wrong. Well, that's unfortunate. But hey, now we know. You'll want to hand me that Demerito unless you want to hang on to it, there, Mrs. Johnson. There you go. Thank you. And that doesn't stay on me because I'm general manager. Anyway. So, at the end of that rainbow, you were seeing if you saw any names, Mr. Pickles. That's what oddly started this mess, which you had quality assurance, so we don't have to worry about burnout this time. And for now, we don't know what you burned out, so we're going to assume, for now, the agency's going to reality shift a little bit and have your burnouts just kind of not exist for the time being, but they will exist from here on, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Otherwise, we all get a lot of demerits, and that's not something you want to have, and you really, really don't. So anyway, moving forward, thinking positive. We are going to... Oh, yes, you saw the name of the officer, I think was the question?
Yes, the name of the what was on his name tag?
Constable
badge or
Matlock.
Ah, no.
So, what's your plan?
Okay. Why don't you call the station and see if you can speak to Constable Matlock?
Good plan. Let's do that.
So you ring the police station?
Yes.
St. Anne PD, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm wondering if I can speak to Constable Matlock.
I'm sorry? Could you say that again?
Constable Matlock.
Prank calls are a crime, so are you really sure you want to be asking me this, miss? We can trace your call if you have an actual question. I'm willing to help you if you're in trouble, but...
There was a person dressed as a constable in this region who had a badge that stated that, so I was trying to see if he is legitimate or not.
Let's see how successful you are in convincing the local police that you're not doing a prank call. Because it is a little outlandish. A Constable Matlock, of all things, really?
Hey, I had a success.
Now here's the problem. You have a success, but to what quality?
Yeah, with burnout, it becomes important what qualities we're rolling.
I'd argue for persistence because I'm trying to convince him that I'm not making it up.
Like, no, really. No, really. I'll explain it as many times as I need. Yeah, no. That's some chaos. See, we're learning together. Hooray. We broke 20 chaos. Hooray. Okay, alright, okay. So, you're saying someone was impersonating a police officer in your area, saying they were, that had a badge that said they were Constable Matlock?
Yes.
Okay, did you see, where is this? Where did this happen?
The Across River Suburbia area.
Okay, how long ago was this?
I will check my watch and estimate.
20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, about 20 minutes, I'd say.
Okay, we'll send a police cruiser out and get a statement from you, and we'll investigate it. But yeah, there is no, so you're in A1, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, so we're setting up a police car now, a cruiser now. What do you look like? Where are you? Like, how will they know you when they see you? And what's your name?
I describe us.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Good. All right. Yeah, just stay right there. If you see this false constable, don't engage with them. Just kind of, if they engage you, just don't tell them what you did. The police will handle it once they get there. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Did they try to give you a ticket or anything? Or
Tried to arrest me.
really? That's a serious offense. So we have impersonating a police officer, false imprisonment. Do you wish to? Well, actually, we'll have the officer do more investigation. So I wonder, as your general manager, do you wait around for the police to show up?
No.
No.
I think probably we've just lured two more people into whatever is happening here.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so
So where do you go if you're not in A1? Because the police car is going to be driving around looking for you.
no, hang on. Right, so let's ask the agency to delay those officers getting here. I'm assuming they're coming from Strip Mall and bus station, the
Yeah.
station in A2.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are all sorts of... Right. So, all sorts of people have been just not being anywhere. Right. So, it turns out that on the route that leads to the Cross River Suburbia, there's a bridge that goes over here. And that bridge is just full of abandoned vehicles and buses. They've just been so the police can't really get through until they're all those have been towed out of the way and stuff. So this becomes this kind of operation to find tow truck operators and all this kind of stuff, but they can't get here for a while.
Okay. What quality you believe is helping reinforce this?
Decent quality assurance.
And this is how you know how you asked me how do you assist each other? It's because sometimes you might have a quality I want to do a thing, but the only quality that makes sense is something I don't have. Hey, do you, my fellow field agent, have the thing I need? You might want to do this instead of me. Otherwise, I'm going to burn out.
Right. An agency. This would be basically having people. Okay. Duplicity. Maybe initiative, because I'm trying to keep the cops away before they become a problem or victims, I would think.
Forward thinking, moving quickly, handling things from yeah.
I don't think there's anything here that really particularly applies to protecting people. Well, subtlety might apply, avoiding unnecessary attention. Unfortunately, I don't have QA in either of those. Do you have QA in either initiative or subtlety, or can you argue for something that you do have QA in?
I do not have QA in either of those. Um,
What do you have QA in?
Attentiveness, dynamism, and persistence.
But except it is kind of hurting people. For one thing, my owner's trapped in a building. Not my owner, but
What's that?
nothing.
Oh, okay. Have hope, Mr. Pickles. You'll figure out what quality assurance you want to use.
Could there be an argument for persistence?
What's your argument?
Just put pressure on overwhelming and irritating into action. I mean, the argument could be that there's this overwhelming pileup of creating this overwhelming obstacle that they just have to deal with.
Yeah,
before they
I'll
can
take
do
that.
Anything else?
Yep.
Okay. So you want to roll?
Sure.
Nice.
Well, you got it.
Great.
Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, so you are given a little update from the triangle on your Triangle Agency app. There's a bit of a pileup that's we've avoided it coming off anomalous. We just we were trying to do a bit of cleanup of those cars of people vanishing and stuff. But if we put the right cars in the right place, they'll have to use a different bridge. And that's a good hour to their drive time. So they were going to get to you in like 15 minutes, 5 minutes at most. But they're now looking at a hour drive to get to you.
Fair enough. Okay. All right, Matlock, show yourself. I know you're just a countrified constable, but this is getting out of hand. Fourth shot.
Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. And you see, turning a corner, one Constable Matlock.
Oh.
So you done causing trouble around here? If you don't love the place, then get out. I don't want to have to shoot you.
my question for you is, if you love the place so much, why are you causing so much damage to it?
What damage?
Well, you got people trapped in houses without food, so they're going to die sooner or later. You've turned all the grass to wood, so you're destroying the entire ecosystem. Ultimately, that's just going to rot away. This whole thing is going to become a necropolis.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm trying to keep you two from causing trouble. You're the one that's causing trouble. I just came here to stop you. Don't you get it?
Who sent you?
Well, I'm here on behalf of the neighborhood. This neighborhood loves me, and I love this neighborhood.
Well, then maybe I should be talking to the neighborhood. Because it's destroying what it claims to love.
How do I know you're not going to cause trouble with them? Why should I show you the neighborhood? If you don't love the place.
See, but that's the thing. I do love the place. I love this neighborhood, and I love every neighborhood in this borough and the other two boroughs and all the places in between.
Yeah, that sounds like an attempt to influence reality. What quality are you using to convince this Constable Matlock? Which me and you both know that's not what he is, but you know.
Right.
Really, what a dumb name for him to give himself. Any other name. Also call himself Otis.
Split back over to
Marshall Givens or something. At least that's a cool character. Okay, Matlock's cool, don't get me wrong, but that's a lawyer though. Like even the new one's a lawyer, so like
give some Raylan Givens, man. For sure.
Yeah.
Andy Griffith, that should have been his name. That would have made sense. That is at least a cop. Same actor, but you know.
Barney Fife.
Barney Fife.
Well, let's see. Trying to convince him to let me speak to the neighborhood. I'm reading the qualities. Just give me a sec.
What I admire is that Sadie Johnson hasn't used any of her anomalies. I mean, she had to practice them a little bit, but she's, you've used yours a lot, and she's been restraining herself, and I really appreciate that because some residents get a little too dependent on their anomalies.
We're allowed to use anomalies in the surface of a case. That's all I've been doing.
I suppose. I'm just saying, I admire her resolve to not use them. It's more akin to reality. So.
What about professionalism? Because I'm going to make this argument that this is, actually harming the neighborhood, and that we need to, have this talk, and so I can try and convince the neighborhood that is actually doing harm rather than good.
I mean, that's one way you can apply to them. That makes sense to me.
Right.
Please succeed.
So I do have a QA there, so.
That's good.
And I will go ahead and spend one to stabilize that.
Okay.
Doesn't do anything else, but at least there's no more.
All right, you two, follow me. Don't cause no trouble, won't be no trouble. Now come along now.
All right. Pad.
As you hear him whistling a particular tune, which I will not do because Triangle Agency doesn't own the rights to that yet.
But it brings to mind a man walking his young son down to the fishing hole.
The three of you walk over to a bench with a bit of cord around its leg.
Ah, damn it. We were here earlier. Just didn't even think about it. Let me get back to the anomaly. Under what? Anomalies in detail. There it is. Okay. Right.
Well, the police are probably going the long way around, so let's go this way. You have to drive like all the way that way to get where you're going. Real pain in the neck. Which, hey, better for their safety, honestly.
Okay.
Did I? I did, didn't I? Darn it.
Am I talking to the Cross River suburbia? Am I talking to the neighborhood?
You sure are.
Now, I'll agree that this is a lovely neighborhood. Always has been. It's got good access to the city, but it's far enough outside where, you know, it's a good place to raise kids, and there's plenty of room to run around. There's nice parks, nice green spaces. Proud of, everything you'd want in a good neighborhood. Heck, the park benches even have good sisal ropes for critters like me to stretch and sharpen our claws on. Where's my cues? However, unfortunately, what you're doing to this neighborhood is harming the neighborhood. And not only that, but it's harming the entire borough and the people and critters in it. And you need to realize that even though you're probably acting from a good heart and a good place, that you're doing some real damage here. And I'm trying to convince it that its actions are counterproductive.
Well, first you have to satisfy its focus temporarily, because you were trying to butter it up and let it think that this place is worth loving. It's a nice neighborhood.
Okay. It's not three that I don't have to step through these one by another. I can choose one of these tags, right?
Oh, it's one of the following methods. You're right. The field manual does point out that it is one of them. There are different ways to do it. Yeah. I follow what you're saying. So you're trying to convince it's counterproductive. That should diffuse it. Yes. So what quality you think will do that?
Okay. Back to... Sorry, I keep having to quit. Actually, I should just have the qualities open in my hard copy. That would make life easier.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have two different versions of it. Which, potential applicants, is one of the reasons that I always try to buy the hard copy, because in every single simulation that I participate in, it always winds up being handy to have one or two pages open at the same time to reference quickly. And sometimes having a hard copy is perfect for that. Okay.
Buy your copy today, folks. Support the Triangle Agency.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Although I will note, if you get the PDF package, you do get multiple copies, so you could still do the same thing.
True.
Let me see. Unfortunately... is it really finding a weakness? Probably it's going to be empathy, unfortunately, which I think neither of us have anything in.
You could burn out. I mean, if you get more than 1-3, you still succeed. You need at least 2.
Yeah. There could be an argument for persistence because we're kind of putting some pressure on this entity.
There's an argument there, yeah.
Can't really call for duplicity because I'm convinced it's doing. It wouldn't be lying or convincing while I'm convinced, because I'm convinced it's not doing. So, I mean, would you be willing to roll to support my argument and roll with persistence?
Yeah. I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, so let's see if you're successful.
Okay. Let's hope that I am. 1. I do indeed succeed.
Now, the bench sits there, listening to your pleas and your arguments. Constable just kind of sticks his thumbs into his belt loops and continues whistling a particular tune.
Keep your bullet in your shirt pocket, Barn.
And you notice that the constable just kind of goes on a little looping walk around the park. Not very far. You can still see him. He's not going anywhere. He's just not hovering over you anymore.
Right.
You see from the bench on the wooden bench, 2 soft plush cushions appear.
I'll hop up on a cushion.
I will watch him warily.
So Mr. Pickles takes a nice, comfy seat on a cushion. It is warm, but not like too warm. It's a nice bit of material that's not too rough on the fur. It's still sturdy enough that if you needed the pad, it wouldn't just tear immediately.
Did I fall for something?
Oh, no, you're just sitting on the cushion, and Sadie's watching you sit on a cushion, which...
Right.
Meanwhile, Matlock's walking around whistling a tune.
Now look. Again, coming from a good place. I know it seems like you're doing right. You're probably kind of confused right now, but we can help you. If you just come with us, we have a way to transport you to a place where you can learn how to use all these abilities better to actually keep this neighborhood beautiful and precious. Now I'm definitely using duplicity. Whoops, didn't mean to roll there.
What quality you were using duplicity?
Yeah, duplicity. And I'll take that first roll, which is a 2, if that works for you.
Yeah, that was the first one to hit the simulation, and yeah,
And
you
so
can have
I
a
will go
demerit
ahead.
for rolling a little too soon there, Mr. Pickles.
I'm going to go ahead and spend a QA to roll that over to a 3
Okay.
to stabilize it. Oops, where's the edit button? Come here, World 20. There it is.
So Matlock goes for a walk and walks further and further down the street.
Save changes. Okay.
Police are passing by the St. Anne Playhouse.
So, yeah, I'll try and get it to get into the briefcase. By, tricking the thing into the vault by getting it to go into the briefcase.
And into the briefcase, the bench goes. Various people start walking out of their houses as the wood fades, and people blink blearily out into the night.
I'm going to give my gear in the briefcase to Sadie and, like, low voice say, I'm going to let Sharon take me home. Catch up with you later.
Very well.
Meow.
Oh, hi, Mr. Pickles.
Meow.
Let's get home.
Meow.
Yes.
Ah. It's you again. Where are we? Hey, where are we? Look, thanks for looking after my cat. I don't know what you did or what happened, but I don't think any of us should stick around here anymore.
That's probably wise. I think you all just needed a bit of a break from work and decided to get that in by watching documentaries.
By the way, Miss Johnson, you've been chatting with Sharon quite a bit. That sounds a bit repetitive for R&D. So I'm gonna give you demerit for that. As Miss Ritter starts making her way home with Pickles in tow. You have the cat-sized briefcase. What are you gonna do?
I will take it over to the office and deposit it with the anomalies.
How do you plan to get there? Because I will point out, the police are driving in your location. They have your description. So we didn't really adjust that. They may see you on the way to where you are.
Yeah. Could I use an ability? Need to figure out what one I want to use. No, not that one. Although it would have been nice to remember that I had that one. I will remind myself of my abilities next time.
That's why I say competency is something to work on all the time. You can always get better. You can always rely on being a good employee. Anomalies are far more uncertain.
Could I roll use my you might also like ability to change my clothing? If I grab onto my outer jacket.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Basically, I am trying to cover up, for want of a better phrase, like change my description, I guess.
So that was the one there you rolled?
Yes.
Okay, so that is 5 chaos, unfortunately. And you get a demerit because you use the interface in a weird way. Unfortunately, the agency OS is a little picky these days, but hey, it's keeping us all honest. So, you do change your description, though. What do you look like now? You're not in your normal suit.
Yeah, it's, let's say instead of like a business jacket, I have an outdoor, like puffy jacket on.
And actually, a quick question. when you put it into the briefcase, I think it's more a question for Pickles, Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles, did you know what focus you locked it in with? Because we kind of need that's what keeps it in the briefcase. Is knowing what focus it has.
What focus? Oh, let me get back to anomalies. There we go. Ah.
And while you're looking that up, so you changed your outfit, Miss Johnson. What are you gonna do now?
I think I will. Uh, I will use what's that over there and create a moped for me to return with. That way I don't repeat calling a car or riding the train.
Now you're using the abilities. That's what we like to see.
You are a resident, and it is good. I mean, you've restrained yourself quite a bit. Using it for these rare edge cases is a good idea, I think. So that's a tentativeness, I believe.
Yep, and I just rolled it.
You did? Goodness gracious. A lot of chaos, but hey. Success is success, right?
Yes.
I'm really not glad it's 30. 30's not bad. It's just, I really hope the suitcase is properly secured. So yeah, you find a moped. Please don't open, you stupid thing. Huh?
I will get on the moped and drive back into town.
Okay.
So basically, oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to ask you, Pickles, but it's starting to get a little relevant all of a sudden.
The headquarters.
Yeah, it's the thing's focus is the love for this neighborhood and wanting to preserve it, I believe. To preserve and protect it. But basically, its fundamental focus is love for the neighborhood.
I think you're going to want to look at your quality assurance and rethink that. Let's see if you may want to rethink what that focus is. Because that suitcase looks like it's about to unlock on Miss Johnson, and I don't think she wants that to happen while she's in transit.
When you say look at your quality assurance, what are you...
You're going to want to think about... You're right, but not... You're half right, and you need to figure out why you're not completely right. You're almost there, but you're not quite right. But you might be able to get there if Mr. Pickles was clever enough at the time to look back and know that. Because Mr. Pickles...
Okay.
I mean, you're a cat, so maybe you're having a hard time explaining to me how you set the suitcase. So you might want to rethink how it worked. Because if you got it the wrong way, that thing's about to open up and do something very bad to Miss Johnson. So you need to make sure you set it right.
I'm pretty sure love the neighborhood is right. But it also loves everyone in it, and I think wants them to love it back.
Oh, thank God, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The suitcase locked. Oh, goodness gracious. Because, don't worry about it. You said it correctly. I needed to make sure because it occurred to me that Miss Johnson was transiting something that might get out of the suitcase, and if suitcases aren't properly locked,
fair enough.
The anomalies might get out, and a bench opening up on a moped probably would be good for Miss Johnson's health. So, Miss Johnson, you, thankfully, you'll hear about this later, so don't worry about it too much. You're going to drive by those police. They're going to drive by you. And you're going to make your way back to the office.
Yes.
Yeah, once Sharon has gone to bed, I'm going to get on the computer and email Sadie and suggest that the agency might want to put out some sort of, or get some city administration to put out some sort of public advisory statement about maybe some sort of chemical leak or freak gas leak that will, that induced some strange hallucinations, but everything's safe now and it's no long-term harm. So to kind of even out the potential for loose ends in the neighborhoods where everybody like, oh, that's what it was. There was something in the atmosphere. Well, they should really get to the bottom of that.
That's certainly email you can send. And those are certainly loose ends that we can send you to wrap up. Those are good ideas. But
I know Sadie's the PR person, so.
she's R&D, research and development.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I mean, you could get R&D to do it. It's just that R&D will find a very creative way to do what you want.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking PR, not R&D.
I mean, I like the creative thinking. All right,
So
so
I will send that to whoever I should send that to.
yeah, that's
the
what you're
GM.
describing is you send it to me. I'll figure it out. Because what I'll probably do, honestly, is not every assignment that I send you on is going to be a anomaly retrieval. Sometimes it's going to be other things, and honestly, cleaning up all those loose ends sounds like its own thing. And you know what? Having loose ends, as long as we get them, keep them under, building up some is not the end of reality. As long as we take care of them. If we let them build up too long and we never get around to them,
Right.
it's not a good thing. So, that all said, you do bring it into the vault. You do secure it, I believe, Miss Johnson.
Yes.
So we're gonna open up the mission report. Hey, Mr. Pickles, you get to help fill out one of these mission reports. I'm not gonna hold your hand through this one because I already did at least one, and I know Mr. Pickles reviewed the audit from before. So,
You have a blank one?
yep, mission report 02.
Okay.
Down in handouts.
All right. So I'll do the typing. So if you can just help me, that way we're not both trying to edit it. So it is captured. Anomaly analysis. I'm going to call it neighborhood bench.
Sure.
Behavior. This is just a description of what it did.
Yeah. The kinds of things it did. So things like teleporting people to its neighborhood, instilling them with a love of the neighborhood, those sorts of things.
Kidnapping people via teleportation to a specific neighborhood. Transforming that neighborhood. And parts of other sectors to wood and stone. Also transforming personal items into realistic wooden replicas. Is that all it did? Kidnapping people via teleportation to a specific neighborhood, transforming that neighborhood and parts of other sectors to wood and stone, also transforming personal items into realistic wooden replicas.
It also created a passageway, I guess, for want of a better word, to the between those two sectors.
Yeah. Two sectors on opposite ends of Beauty Borough.
And it invented constables. Who were not actually constables to defend the neighborhood when it felt under threat.
Also created documentaries about the neighborhood and the area.
Yeah.
Don't forget to save every so often, just so you don't lose anything.
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Yep.
Okay, just did that. Focus was love of. Let's learn how to spell again. Love of neighborhood and desire for people in it to love it back. Okay. Domain was it Cross River Suburbia? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
I can pull up the map for you if you want. That's something that's in your employee manual anyway for working here.
Yeah. Well, Cross River Suburbia. Yeah. Okay.
And A1 would be the
Domain
address because that's that particular block of the city.
Yeah. A1. Okay. Loose ends. Do I just need to put like people entrapped and people kidnapped to the neighborhood? Would that be like one big group loose end, or do I need to enumerate more? I know that's at least one. People. Should I list maybe Sharon as a specific loose end, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so far I've got people kidnapped / teleported into neighborhood, and then Sharon Ritter. I know that first one's pretty broad, but I don't really know how to break them down better. Would the two cops that we called in be loose ends?
I'd assume so.
Constable would, yeah, okay. Two constables called in. What about Matlock? Did he disappear with the bench? GM? Constable Matlock, did he disappear when the bench went into the briefcase?
You're the one filling out the mission report. You tell me.
Well, I don't remember.
I want to say so. I might forget. I might be forgetting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's still out there or not. So I'm going to put Constable Matlock with some question marks. So people kidnapped, teleported into neighborhood. Sharon Ritter, two constables called in. Question mark, Constable Matlock. Any other loose ends we can think of?
None that I can think of.
Okay. takes us to MVP probation participation.
And those are mission superlatives. So that's something I'll award once you've submitted.
Okay. We weren't assigned any optional objectives, I don't believe.
I think you are correct.
I don't have any in the briefing. Okay, so I think that is it for my parts.
So, is that what you're submitting?
What do you think?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay. Now to use the HCOS to help me figure this out, because I like to double check myself. So, was it captured? Yep, that's true. Alias, neighborhood bench. You gave it an alias. That's your code name. Yeah, no, that seems right. Behavior. So we want to know what it liked and it disliked. Which we don't really know. I don't know if you ever figured that out.
Wouldn't that be under the focus, though?
Yeah. Let me check something. Let me check if you're supposed to know what I know. I think you do. Is this... Woo. What was that? Where am I? I'm in this part? Okay, let me check the manual again. Yeah, mission report checklist is what I'm looking at. You're looking at page 31 of the field manual.
There we go.
So we needed to know what it disliked and liked. Abilities, useful to its continued stay in the vault. So, like, some of that you got, like, you told us that teleports people, that's important, that transfer in the neighborhoods, and other bits of wood and stone. Like, you're telling us what it can do, which that is useful. But we do want to know what it likes and dislikes, because when we study it later, we want to be able to... we want to know what stimuli it reacts to. And if you don't note it in the file, then... they'll just have to figure that out on site. Mind you, if you don't know, then you don't know, and that's just, you know, that's... I wouldn't call it incomplete. I'll say that much. I don't think that's incomplete. I just think it's not exemplary. Like, that's... so far, that's where my brain's at right now, which is fine. I mean, you know,
Okay.
not every report is... you're trainees. You're gonna mess up once in a while. That's fine. We don't expect perfection here. We encourage perfection, but we don't expect it. I mean, you're human. Well, oh, sorry. You're not anomalous. You're just resonance. And resonance can still err. Heck, anomalies can err, but, you know, as we've noticed. Focus. I agree with the focus. The audit seems to cover that as well. The anomaly. The agency OS seems to cover that. Love of neighborhood and desire for people to love in it back. Which I'm glad you were able to narrow that down. Domain. Well, let's argue this bit out, because we are skipping the final defense a little bit here, but I am your general manager, not your general jerk. That's HR.
I mean, I guess it technically could be that park or that park. I mean, the park bench is what it was.
Well, the domain is the site of its incursion into reality. So you have Cross River Suburbia A1 correct, but it also, remember, you noticed its incursion in
the park.
In the
forest.
Southern Forest D4. So my brain right now is wondering on my side of filling this out and giving out the appropriate. By the way, do you see letters covering you? Like, is that a...
What?
Do you see anything covering you in the office right now? Like down here?
No, I just see my token and
Okay, good.
Sadie's token.
Sorry. There's a weird glitch on the auditing system that's having the logo pop up. Actually, you know what? That's probably the HCOS letting us know who we work for, which is, hey, the reason we get paychecks because of them. So, you know.
Yep.
So I'm not going to complain while being recorded. So yeah, I'm. So the thing I have to think about is whether this is approximately correct, or incomplete, or inaccurate. I don't know if I'd call it inaccurate. You do call out its primary domain. You just didn't call it the other domain it had, that it expanded into. I don't know if that's incomplete or not. That's where my brain's at. I want your two thoughts. Worst case, you'll get no accommodations or demerits. Like you don't get demerits for incomplete. It's just you don't get accommodation for it. So.
See, because my thinking had been that it started in Cross River Suburbia and spread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that incursion point was Cross River Suburbia, and then it, spread into the forest and probably other areas that we didn't get to, but that its primary, since it was located there, and anomalies tend to hang out in their domains, their point of incursion, that was probably the point of incursion, and everything else was spread. That's what I was thinking.
What do you think, Ms. Johnson?
I think I agree with that.
You know what? You're trainee, so I'm gonna at least let it be complete. It won't be exemplary. We already know that. But complete. Let's just make sure in future missions because the vault people are gonna complain about this. That's just. I'll deal with that. But in the future, just so we don't tick them off too much, because you need to work with these people tomorrow and over the next few weeks. You're gonna want to make sure to note every domain, as far as you're aware that it's expanded, because sometimes these do expand, as you noticed. It probably didn't start in the forts. It probably started out in A1 and then expanded across the city to attack from two different corners. So we need to know that the reason they need to know that it expands, that it can expand, because not every anomaly can do that or knows how to do it. But for now, I agree with you. But in the future, I know they're going to ask me to hold you to the fire on that. So let's just keep that in mind later. Loose ends. The people kidnapped Tilburg neighborhood, totally. Miss Ritter, we'll deal with that. 2 constables, yeah, I agree. They're probably, if you left them off, we maybe would have gotten away with it, I think. I think you could have argued they didn't see anything. But then again...
Yeah, I mean, they're not necessarily, loose ends from the anomaly, but they do have our descriptions.
Yeah. Like, they could become a problem later.
Yeah.
Consul Matlock, we're not an exemplary. Consul Matlock, according to what I saw in the audit, it looked like it was a minor anomaly. It wasn't a loose end. Because sometimes anomalies can spin up minor anomalies, like the wooden bear or false constables, to bother our agents, to try to get them to go away. So I don't think Consul Matlock was ever real.
Okay, I didn't, but okay, I wasn't sure there.
Yeah. So that's just exemplary to complete. That's just, man, you're close enough. But what I'll do? I'll actually go into mission report here. I will. You list it, but I will manually strike it here for you.
Okay.
Just so we know not to cover it. Like I'm fairly certain this Matlock doesn't exist anymore. And if he does, then we can deal with it later. Honestly. But I don't think so. So, optional objectives, you're right, I didn't give any. I figured that, I gave some optionals before but I knew Miss Johnson was on probation, so I kind of didn't want to give you, too much to work on. I wanted you to focus on the job and, lock it in, which may have gotten you more accommodations, but I think you did more than enough accommodations without my help. So... I think you're okay, honestly. I think you did exactly what I was hoping was going to happen. As for final mission grade, this wouldn't be AAA, or double A. Is it an A? Let's see. So you captured it. You identified it in a way that's useful to us. You got its domain more or less correct. You got all loose ends. You didn't use you used your anomalies a bit more than I would have liked, but that's for AAA. That's like perfect, and even perfect. They use their anomalies at least once in a while, just because of, how these anomalies are. Right, they're very dangerous after all, and we have to meet fire with fire, as it were. Do I want to downgrade this to the B? I don't think so, because we're ahead of schedule. We have plenty of time for the report and everything, so I don't think B is necessary. Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna call this an A. But hey, you know what? Constant A's, straight A's. I mean, straight triple A's would have been mind blowing if you did that as trainees. But getting A's in your first couple of reports, you know what? I'm gonna call that a win. That's what I'm gonna do. I have to note I should have noted those in the, I'll fix those. So, sorry, any final defense? I almost got too far away. Is there any accommodations, or demerits you feel you were supposed to receive and I just didn't log it in the system? Or is there any demerits I put in that you really think, you know what? I'm just being a little too cautious. Maybe the HCOS will let it go. Maybe I don't have to explain back to the board about it. It's actually not that big a deal. Because
there were 3 times during the adventure when I didn't ask Sadie to do something, but told her to do something, and she did. So that satisfies my sanctioned. What is it called? Sanctioned behaviors to make someone do what I want.
And you get one each time you do it, so...
Yeah, there's 3 times where most of the time I asked, could you, whatever, but there were 3 times specifically. I forgot to note down one. One was had her roll for something since I've been rolling this a lot, and then another time was to pull up the map, but I just dropped in like commands rather than, not like, do this now, but just pull this up and do this,
Yeah.
So
I think you're owed, I think the map, because I gave you at least 1 from earlier, so I think there's at least 2 more.
Okay.
And one thing to note, I'm reminding you, just so you remember this for later, if you do your sanctioned behaviors, if you do each of your sanctioned behaviors at least once, you get a bonus 3 accommodations on top of everything. But you can, if you just keep doing one of those behaviors over and over and over, that's still getting a bunch of that accommodation over and over and over, because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're acting the way your competency expects you to act, which, that means you're competent. Hooray.
I'm also going to take advantage of the final defense to argue for the removal of the 2 demerits for insubordination, because the incident that caused that was, IT having messed up the system somehow that wasn't appropriately tracking things, and I could make some sort of HR complaint and tie up all these departments and paperwork and all this, but I think maybe those 2 demerits could go away and we could just drop the matter.
If you say you're sorry, I'll let it go.
All right, I'm sorry.
Okay. I have to maintain decorum. You understand, right? Like as CEO, there's a certain level of prestige I have to maintain as GM, and when it gets called out openly like that, I have to do something. But you're right. We're all on the same team. I just happened to outrank you for now.
Right, for now.
Yeah, I that's the other thing too. I know at some point, if everything goes well, you should outrank me. So, here's hoping. Any other demerits or accommodations I should mark? Anything I missed? You, Miss Johnson?
Nothing that I'm aware of. I didn't get any commendations for my specialty, but I didn't get any demerits aside from the ones you pointed out already.
Yeah, and you actually went out of your way to avoid doing the same thing twice with the car and moped thing. I'm glad you caught that, because I dinged you a couple times for that last time, which R&D, your department, that's just the way they expect you to act. They're encouraging you to be innovative at every step. Anything you want to report about each other? Because it's hard to not rat, that's kind of negative, but it's hard to demerit yourself. It's easier to demerit a coworker. As you notice, I mean, that's why I can demerit you two so easily, but it's harder for me to demerit myself. That's for my superior. I mean, it's not really demerits when I do it. It's something else, but don't worry about it.
But before we move on from Final Defense, on page 99,
99. Yep.
there's a whole other sanctioned demerits thing. I think I should get one for creating a distraction with a cop car, and that Sadie should get one for the
No.
college student.
No. That's an
No,
example.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the PR thing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find out how you get rid of demerits, and that just popped up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
demerits.
never mind.
I will ask in the next board meeting with the other managers about how. I don't know if you can get rid of demerits other than just be really good at your job and just stop.
Right.
Stay in good standing. I'll work that out, and we'll see how the HR department wants to handle it. Honestly, because yeah. So yeah, anything else? I think we've covered.
I don't think that's in our section of the manual. Honestly,
yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure I'll have to talk with more senior general managers
Yeah.
elsewhere in the corporation, and then they'll be able to come back and fill me in.
Fair enough.
Because I have a funny feeling too. I was wondering the same thing. I was like, I'm supposed to hand up demerits when you do things, otherwise I get in trouble. But how can you ever dig your way out other than just stop doing the things that you're not supposed to do? Which maybe that's what the Triangle Agency wants. It kind of feels that way, but hey, that's fine if it's like that. It's fine. So yeah. Therefore, if we're all agreed, and there's nothing either of you want to point out about the other, last chance. There's accommodations involved if you say something and it's right. Okay.
I think Sadie's an excellent employee.
So you get 3 accommodations each because you captured the anomaly. I'm going to do it properly this time because I handed out to everybody. Oh, that's what I did. I understand. I know how to fix it now. There's 3. Now, everybody, but not offline ones. Haha. That's what happened. That's how you got all that from before, because I gave you what they got. You report completion. It is completed approximately correct upon Vault review. I think that's close enough, honestly. We talked about it. Optional objectives. There weren't any. Final defense. We just went over that. Okay, time for mission superlatives. Hey, so the first thing we look into is we look into probation. So who accumulated the most demerits since the conclusion of the previous mission? Unfortunately, that dishonor goes to... I'm sorry, Sadie, you don't get to wear your little badge of dishonor. Mr. Pickles, you have to pick out something for yourself. You're on probation.
What am I picking out?
Well, your probation
A badge
pin.
of some sort?
Yeah, you have a little triangular badge that you have to wear somewhere on your person, so everyone in the office knows that you need to learn how to be better.
Yeah. Let's see. What is my new status? Because that's listed somewhere. I think we had such high hopes for you. With 7 demerits.
That sounds correct, yeah. I'd have to look at the title to be sure.
So on that table, which I can't find right now, there are little symbols for each status. For God's sakes, I was just there.
Well, the thing I'm looking at is the red flag of disrepute. That's the thing I'm really worried about. The other stuff is I'll look into later, but the red flag of disrepute is...
Right, what I'm saying is I was going to use the pin would be the symbol that's beside that status, which I think is
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
A figure pointing a finger at another figure who's kind of bent over crying.
Okay.
I just friggin' had it.
Well, we'll look it up. So we'll note you're on probation. Yeah. You get your pin. We'll have it fashioned by the time. I mean, we have a week to figure it out, right? So we'll have it fashioned by next time. And you do have to do some training with your anomaly because that's your probationary task is to show that you are in control of your anomaly. But it doesn't affect your time because it's happening as part of your probation. You know. I think that's the first time you've worked on it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Okay, so I have some paperwork I'm gonna get you. Because you're gonna need to fill that out here. So I'll get that, and I'll keep looking because there's happy news coming down the line, but you know, there's always something you have to look into, right? All right. So the next thing I look into is the mission MVP. That is the agent who earned the highest number of commendations since the conclusion of the previous mission. And that goes to the former probationary agent, Sadie Johnson. Hooray! Good job. Actually, you know what? You get a little trophy. There you go. So, Miss Johnson, the great news is you get to wear the socks of success. They usually have like little triangle agency designs in them. Wear them with pride, and you know, you can show them off if you want, but try not to take off your shoes too much. You know, I mean, people really like showing them off, but you know, this is a workplace where there is some professionalism involved. Okay. Well, you're R&D. I'm sure you're not going to do it at the same time every time anyway, right?
Of course not.
You get to mark one box for your competency. And it doesn't affect your timetable because you are going to get a special course in how to be better at R&D work. So you have... Oh! Have you made it to... Because you're at level... Did you work on competency before as well? Yeah, you did. Trainee 1. So you're at Trainee 2 now. Hooray! Do that one more time, you get a promotion.
Excellent.
And I think... Yeah. All done. So... Oh, and Chaos got eliminated because the anomaly was contained. Awesome. Good. Great. Wonderful. So, for everyone watching out there, thank you very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on further assignments here in the Triangle Agency in the Sedan branch. Have a good one. Bye. Woo! I did not know you were gonna. You do not know how close you two were to death.
Ah.
You were very close a couple times. But thankfully they have ways to deal with that. But still, it's when I was like, oh dear God, this is really getting close. But you figured it out.
Yeah, the bench was a very subtle, what do you want to call it? A very subtle shape to take.
Mm-hmm. Why? That's why the stone and wood every time. It was the bench reinforcing itself over and over and over. Because it's made of wood and stone. So everything else should be. That makes perfect sense. It's like, well, a little anomaly. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay.